That's right, man, Charlie. That's right.
There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro. Come on. Sorry, folks, I was muted there. People deluded, I'm back again. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all doing well and safe. As you can see above my head, and probably the name of this video, or better yet, live stream watch along settings, as we always say, it's Arsenal against Brighton. Like, we're back in Premier League action. I don't know about my fellow Arsenal fans in the chat, but me, when I hear Brighton, they're a bit of a bogey team against us. You know, again, they haven't been firing on all cylinders and quite been the Brighton side that they normally are, but surely we've got to win, man. Surely we've got to win. But Brighton are nervy, man. You know, again, they've got Zerbi and things like that. To be fair with you, both teams did play midweek when you deep it. And they played technically a day or two after us. Again, they played on Thursday. So hopefully these things count, man. And appreciate you lot on Twitter, man. At Subcab, man. I'm doing well and safe. And I hope you are as well. PTSD settings. It is. To be fair, we lost to them last year. Simply put, I don't want the Eagles to shit. I mean, the Seagulls better yet to shit on us, man. Like, we just got to win, man. I'm a bit nervous. I'm probably too nervous, you know. Again, the sun is shining. It's at home. Surely we do the business. Again, I want to know the lineup immediately because something just tells me I've got no basis to go off people, but something just tells me that Mikel Arteta is going to throw some sort of spanner in the works. Someone is going to start or not start who's projected to. There were some rumors about Declan Rice being there or not being there. Hopefully, them rumors are not true, and he's obviously part of the matchday squad. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly's travelled. I don't know in what capacity, but he's travelled. So, yeah, it'd be nice. But, you know, Arteta's not one for the Highlanders at the moment. Shout out the Aussies, man. Appreciate you. As I always say, good. In fact, where's my manners? I didn't say that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And in some cases, good night. Again, I say that for you lot that are operating out at different times. I'll shout my guy, really. Listen, don't make Arsenal win today. You know, just because you're my guy, don't mean we're cool. Because hopefully we do know what needs to be done. You know, you'll get smacked up later. But to be fair, I think Liverpool have to lose later today for the greater good of football. But there's too much pressure on Ten Hag. You actually might lose him. So, yeah, man. Is Rice missing? I guess we're going to find out shortly, man. What I should actually do is go on Arsenal.com and see if they've actually put out the fancy little graphic. No, they still ain't. So I don't know this lineup at this moment in time. But, yeah, against Brighton, again, they're a very good side. Apparently, though, they've conceded first in each of their last 4 Premier League games, people, which is their longest run since a run of 6, which happened last year between February and March. Let's see what's going on today, then, man. It's simple as that. Let's see what's going on today. Again, what other sort of statistics and things have we got? I'm sure you lot can see in front of me in a second, as you can see here. Allegedly, Arsenal have lost their last 3 home games against Brighton in all competitions. Only against City, which is a run of 7 between 2018 and 2023. Have we lost more consecutive games at the Emirates? Brighton have won 4 of their last 7 away games at Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. It's the highest win rate, 57% of any visiting English side at the ground since it actually opened in 2006. Apparently, the home side have won just 2 of their last 10 Premier League meetings between Arsenal and Brighton, people. We've lost 5 and drawn 3. Boy, we're going to have to stand up to be counted today. I know that much. Apparently, since losing 3-0 to Brighton in May, Arsenal are unbeaten in 12 home games in all comps, scoring at least twice in 11 of those matches. Brighton have scored in their last 32 Premier League games and conceded in each of their last 20. So, yeah, don't think we're going to see a clean sheet today for either side. Bit nerve-wracking when you consider the run, that what we think of, better yet, when we think of Brighton, and also the fact of, statistically they're on a great run. It's going to be 1 o'clock for us in Australia, a big one. See the commitment the international fans have to supporting this football club. And hopefully we put in a performance that warrants staying up, man, because you're doing a madness, really and truly. So, yeah, man, simply put, hopefully we get 3 points today. If we don't, Where do we go from here? I don't know. And we need to bounce back. Like, obviously, we all saw Crystal Palace manage to nick a point in the dying embers of the game, or better yet, the last 20 minutes against City. We need to take these opportunities. We need to bounce back. Again, I don't want to, we all know we can't win every single game of football. You're going to draw, you're going to lose, things happen. But as an Arsenal fan, or better yet, speaking for purely myself, one does wonder, just what if we turned up from minute 0 against Chelsea? What if we held on to the lead against Spurs? If we were just able to create chances against Newcastle, if we was able to convert chances against Aston Villa, if we was able to, see out the game against Fulham, what would the landscape look? Would be Usain Bolt in on the league, really and truly? Because City, I keep saying it, and I'll probably say it to the end, but we all know Manchester City are going to hit back again. The more they kind of mess around with their form, the more everyone's looking like, when is it going to happen? But yeah, man, like, they're going to hit back. I wonder for City, is it a case of a post-treble like hangover? Because I know Pep Guardiola is not complacent. I know he wouldn't want his players to be complacent, and I don't think the players would want to be. But naturally, you've hit the pinnacle of sport. You've won the treble. And some of them on top of that, you've been part of the many great City sides and doing things. As much as you stay motivated, and I believe once footballers get a taste of it, they want more. Surely at some point, like, there's that level of motivation just isn't there anymore. It's just not there. So we have to see, really and truly. But from a statistical point of view, because we was going off topic, that's what you can see in front of me. Hopefully we do the business today, man. Brighton were very wasteful in their Euro tie on Thursday. Got a last minute winner. Such is football sometimes, man. Hopefully, Brighton seem to start slow in games. Hopefully we can start very fast and put in a performance. Mr. Capitano, Martin Odegaard. I know some Arsenal fans are not happy with your last performance in the Premier League, but you're a captain. Let's get back to better form. And it's your birthday. Do you want to rub out on your birthday? Do you want to, as an Arsenal fan, if it's unfortunate, or any football fan, if the team that you support, the game falls on your birthday, it's risky business. The only thing worse is probably being a footballer. Imagine losing on your birthday. Don't let that happen, Odegaard, man. I'm sure you got a meal booked and whatnot. Let's do what we need to do. DG, my Don, you lot smashed the like button. Love to all in the chat. Appreciate you, Freddie. All our losses were down to VAR counts, bad refs. I agree and disagree. I think it's 50% that. But, when VAR done us, I don't think VAR done us dirty against Fulham. I think we got, they definitely did us dirty against Chelsea. I don't remember the Spurs game, if I'm honest, and I don't think that's something in that regards. But half the time when VAR has done us dirty, of course, I'm not happy with it, etc., etc. But can I ask the question in my heart, do I believe Arsenal have done all they can to get 3 points in that game, and there's no way in hell that I could ask anymore? The answer is no. Should we have had a penalty against Aston Villa? Yes, probably a man over there should have been sent off. And even the Newcastle game. But these are 1 or 2 minute flashpoints. Yes, they changed the game and fine margins and all of that jazz. But for 90 minutes, we don't waffle about what we do, but we're laughing. If we just create chances against Nick Pope and Newcastle and score, we don't really care about it, if that makes sense. But we didn't do that. Just like Brentford last year, man. Appreciate you lot joining. Where's the hat from? Trapaholics. Make sure you check them out on Instagram. Just thought, the haircut's moving a bit, man. I'm still sexy, but I'm not feeling sexy, man. So I thought, what? And it's a home game. So yeah, man, go and check them out. Rumors that we might sign Dominic Solanke. If true, it's exactly what I've come to expect. I'm not really with that one still, man. I don't really want that, especially for the money Bournemouth, might ask for. I'm not against him. I think he's a decent player. I think he's developed great. I think he's good general plays. He's probably better than Eddie Nketiah, with the greatest of respect. He definitely is. But unless you're coming to kind of take over them roles and be a squad player, if you're coming to be the main guy, listen, I'd be open to being proven wrong. If he came and he could get the goals, and who cares? I don't want to be that fan that is a bit name brand. Like, if it's not stars, I don't want it. But I'd hardly say Solanke's inspiring, man. But he wouldn't be the first or last uninspiring signing. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, innit? Look at Aaron Ramsdale, back-to-back relegations, people are saying. And some people are going to be sad to see him go. So, yeah. I'm not really with the Solanke thing. I don't know when you're going to be able to make that happen, really. And, not to diss Dominic Solanke, because I'm sure he fits the profile of what Mikel Arteta might want. But, that would tell me that, you've tried to get Osimhen, you tried to get Vlahovic, you tried to get maybe Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney, you all did them, Sesko, Ferguson. You've gone through the list and none of them have happened. And then now Solanke. So, where would he be really and truly? But you know, he is quote unquote Premier League proven. He is English, which helps with the homegrown ruling. You know, in a better team, he probably could score more goals. I actually think he's a decent player, man. Like, and maybe not to the same degree, but when we was initially linked with Ollie Watkins years ago, I weren't with it. I'm not gonna lie, I weren't really with it. But since then, I'm not saying I would move mountains for Ollie Watkins and he'd be my first target. But if we did sign Ollie Watkins, I wouldn't cry. Again, easier said than done. Villa are not letting him go, but you get the point. But yeah, Solanke's hardly inspiring, and as we know, ultimately goals win games. Strikers are paid to do that. I don't know where Bournemouth are in the table, but I'm sure they want to keep Solanke at least to the end of the season to achieve whatever they're trying to achieve. If you're on YouTube, you know you need to be hitting the like button. Again, keep your talking points coming in. We should put in a cheeky bid for Lewandowski. I mean, all the rumors is like Barcelona want him out, and I mean it's Lewandowski and whatnot, but he seems comfortable in Barcelona, both as a player and when you hear how his wife speaks and how they're happy. Like I think she said she prefers she basically said they've lived in a couple places, and you know, and she even listed Poland like she proper prefers that. So yeah, man, from a happy wife, happy life and all of that, and from a lifestyle point of view, like I don't know if Lewandowski has kids and all them things, but if he's comfortable, is he going to move the boat out? And you know, ultimately goals win games, and I wouldn't say you sign footballers just to, you know, talk about resale value and things. So if Lewandowski signed for a year or two, yeah, it'd be great. We could maybe nick a few titles and whatnot, but he is a depreciating asset, essentially. It's going to be on big wages. Really and truly, how many years are you going to get out of him as well? I'm not too sure on that. And you'd have to give him a contract that suits both parties. Like if you're Lewandowski from a selfish point of view, obviously in today's day and age, it's probably, I don't think it's always the best to sign long-term deals because there's Saudi money. You know, everyone's becoming a free agent now, so you never know. But if you're Lewandowski and you've got a young family and you're moving to Arsenal, living in London on top of everything you did, you're probably going to push for a 3, 4, maybe even an option of a 5th. If you're Arsenal, you don't want to do that. You want to give him a 2-year contract with an option of a 3rd. Might compromise in the middle ground and come to 3. But yeah, it's techie, man. I mean, big up Newcastle, man. But yeah, true, but a short-term deal will be good to see us through the rest of the season, like Cavani at United. That's also true. But I think the variables are a bit different. Like, if Barca let him go tomorrow, I know Barca, from footballing club point of view, they're a bit broke and FFP, and they want to register that Brazilian youth, Victor Rug. But, you know, as much as the press is getting onto someone like Xavi, they're like 3rd or 4th in the table. They're still in the Champions League. If you let Lewandowski go, who's playing up front? Yeah, you've got the young La Masia guys, but life don't work like that. So it's an end of the season thing. But I don't know how long he has on the contract. But yeah, I think it's a thing. He'd be a great player, but it'd be a myth. We'd take Lewandowski if we had another young striker like Ferguson as well, so they could learn from him. It's true, but then I think we're getting into the FIFA-ish sort of realm. DG, my guy, I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal today. King, Kai, and Odegaard to score. I hear it. Listen, I just want to win the game, man. I don't think it's, now that I said it, probably it's going to happen, but I don't think it's a case of we're going to win 1-0 and just run away with it. I do think it's going to be a bit of a nervy one. Brighton are going to, you know, put some great creative moves together. And Raya, this is where Raya could probably earn his stripes with a number of great saves and things like that. Obviously, Brighton can kill you. And the last couple of times we played Brighton, I would say of recent years, I would say when we played, I think there's twice, we've won there twice. We've we've won and drawn there in recent years at their place. That we drew, I think it was Lokonga and Tomiyasu's first year. That was, and I said it then, I think I said it in my review, Tomiyasu was fresh to the club and as was Lokonga. The way that game was, that would be what I would show a foreign player is about the Premier League. It was nervy. We were fortunate to get a point. Then you look back to, did we win 4-2 or something? I might even be making this up, but I'm sure Odegaard scored at their place. I'm sure last year or the year before, we went over there and we moved, which was actually quite well, but we made some stupid mistakes and it was a bit of a nervy end. At the Emirates, that was the best game, I'd say, as an Arsenal fan. At the Emirates, it's the same theme, innit? Like, they'll cut you open. Someone loses the ball in the middle of the park, they'll cut you open in 2-3 passes. You know, Trossard used to be the villain. And, well, he was the villain last year because I remember you losing the ball in the midfield. I mean, it's the Trossard derby. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. Now that I said that's probably going to be 3. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal. I don't know for their scorer. Probably Ivan Ferguson, if he's in the squad. It's in the script. He's been linked with us. But 3 goal scorers. It's Odegaard's birthday. You got a bag on your birthday. Trossard off the bench if you are off the bench because the Trossard derby. I mean, I love seeing Saka scoring. You're in my FPL team, so you need to do something. But it'd be nice for Jesus and Martinelli to get on the score sheet. I think they need to start scumbagging some numbers, man. Like Martinelli, 2 goals this season. in the Premier. It's a bit meaty after what you was doing last year. You know, it's a bit. And again, I'm not trying to attach because you scored or assisted, you played well, because I do think he's played well without necessarily bagging, but numbers, man. It's all about numbers. It's all about the numbers. Goals win games. And I know we haven't seen our first choice front three on too many occasions, but I mean, come on, man. Like, they're definitely underperforming a little bit. Like, I think the link-up play could be crisper, even though it is great. And they've all got it. Like, Martinelli, get double figures again. Jesus is another conundrum in itself, but you're too good of a footballer, in my opinion, not to be getting 20 in the league. Saka, you just keep doing what you're doing, or even better if you want. Much respect, DG. Remember the days of the grass table and the iMac breakdown. Hey, appreciate that, but we ain't gone nowhere yet, man. But we keep moving, man. In the circle, prediction, voice of reality. DG, what are you saying about Zerbi? People say he's overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I do think he's the man that everybody's with and they love him and that now, but I don't think he's overrated. I do think the gas is heavy, but and it's getting into show and prove settings, but overrated now, man. I think he's very revolutionary in how he approaches things. I don't know. I've seen him linked with, again, paper talk and what's actually happening are different things. But we've seen him linked with Man City if Pep Guardiola keeps it moving one day. And obviously Real Madrid, are you ready for them kind of jobs? Because I think you was at Sassuolo when I was almost religiously watching the Italian league. And you played good football there. You went to Ukraine. I don't know if you won the league over in Ukraine and whatnot. And you're here in Brighton, but I'm not boying Brighton. And again, he's continued what Graham Potter's done. They've got European football. But is he the man to, a bit like what we are, we see what Mikel Arteta does. Is Mikel Arteta the man to bring us a big trophy? Can De Zerbi take it on to another level now? Like, it's great, but let's be honest, like, you know, they've got stability. They're getting in Europe. They're getting good players. I personally think Brighton are getting to that scenario now where, and obviously it's the natural cycle of football, but they need to probably hold on to when they get these Caicedos and Benjamin Whites and Trossards and McAllisters and the list goes on. Like, hold on to them and actually be competitive, because it's like every year you get a couple of them and then they're poached off. And again, it's a great model. You sell these players, you get these players for pennies, you're selling them for millions of pounds. It's fantastic. But yeah, man. Man said Super Mario. Oh, man. January transfers around the corner. I am more inclined to think a striker like Tony is what we need. It all depends, man, because I want a striker. Clearly, I want a forward. I think Arsenal need to sign a striker. You know, I think to go to where we want to go to, unless we wake up tomorrow and Eddie Nketiah has become something out of this world, Jesus finds significant shooting boots and all of those sort of things, or if we had our wide men, big up Saka and Martinelli, if it was a thing where them two were putting up Salah and Mane numbers, you can get away with it because Liverpool arguably didn't have a forward like that. Salah was just, he was on that Aubameyang, Harry Kane sort of thing. Like, regardless of whatnot, there's a certain catalogue of goals. So I do think we need a forward. But I can't lie, bro. I think in January, if you can get a striker and a winger and all these things, great. But centre midfield and defence, man, I think we need a couple of bodies, man. I know if people return, you know, I guess better yet, we know it's dependent on who's available. We know that people might come back from injuries and that might change the landscape and the outlook. But I don't think personally we can, even if we were to really fight for this league, I don't think we can do it by getting away with not acting in the market, specifically in centre-back and, well, let's call it defence, because, you know, fullbacks have had issues as well. And centre-mid, I think it's far too difficult, really and truly. And yes, we couldn't sign up for Timber to be injured, but yeah. Do you think Arteta will get to 500 matches as a manager? What's he on now? Is he like on 200 or something? It all depends. Like, it can't, obviously that's not going to be Premier League games, but like all comps, I don't know how many games Arteta's managed. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, 100%, why not? Ooh, well, it's an unchanged lineup. Let me show you guys the lineup, people. I'll do the graphic in a bit. Again, if you're watching this on the stream, share up the links, people, because unfortunately this isn't on TV. And we will be watching Liverpool versus Man United after. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Kai Havertz, Odegaard, and Declan Rice in midfield. And you've got Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. So again, probably what everybody expected. To be fair with you, you know, Raya, I think this is the day that you're going to get some highlights of being in goal. I think you're going to be busy today, if I'm honest with you. Benjamin White, you're playing against your old club, put in a good performance. Saliba and Gabriel, keep doing what you're doing. Zinchenko, first and foremost, you need to be brilliant defensively today. But can you start getting back to when you first signed for the club and you was really running the show in the middle of the park? I don't think Zinchenko has hit them kind of levels again. And the better we get as a side, especially the more we have more creativity in midfield and whatnot, I still think Zinchenko's got a place in this squad. But your strengths kind of don't really balance anything. And what I mean by that is obviously he drifts into midfield. But if we had strikers in midfield and we're creating all these things, we don't really need him to do that. So specifically for him in the squad, it might be redundant because it's not like, obviously, Zinchenko's issues are defend. The majority of Zinchenko's problems are how he defends. I think most Arsenal fans, or speaking for myself, I'd accept that he can kind of be rubbish there if you're doing crazy things in the midfield, and it's hardly like Kevin De Bruyne. It's like with Trent. Obviously, he's not Trent, but there's similarities in that they're both fullbacks and their strengths are probably in the final third or the middle third rather than their defensive third. Trent isn't terrible defensively, neither is Zinchenko. But he's never going to be a brilliant defender. But what he does in the other aspects of the game, the positives outweigh the negatives. Is Zinchenko kind of playing to that standard? I don't think so. It's not that we can do, there ain't much to do beyond this point. We can't really change things. But yeah, our bench is poor today, DG. If you don't know who's on the bench, Ramsdale, Cedric, Kirill, Walters, Smith Rowe, Lewis Skelly, Nelson, Trossard, and then Nketiah. So we knew Ramsdale was going to hold bench. Realistically, you knew you was going to hold bench. Cedric Suarez, you knew you were going to get back into this side somehow. So yeah, Kirill can't complain about being on the bench. We've got Walters on the bench again. Yeah, I mean, it is a weak bench. It is a very weak bench. It hasn't been helped with the number of injuries, but ultimately we don't have the depth in this squad that we would like to have as Arsenal fans. You know, I'd love to see Miles Lewis, Skelly, Walters come off the bench, but you know, it's Brighton that the conditions going to be in that regard. You know, again, big up Arsenal. There's a lot of Highlanders involved in the matchday squad in general, man. You know, Walters, Lewis Skelly, Nelson, and Nketiah, and obviously Saka, Smith Rowe, if I haven't made that clear. Would love to see some Smith Rowe with minutes today, man. Would love to see some Smith Rowe with minutes. I think Nelson's a bit unfortunate, really. You know, obviously, I don't think Martinelli should necessarily be dropped, but playing devil's advocate, he's not putting up the numbers, in it. So the left-hand side could be open season. If Smith Rowe was fit, he could even get a look in there. Trossard, for me, I think Trossard's gone off the ball a bit, man. Even going back to Brentford away, I don't think Trossard's really been still our guy. I love the guy. I think he's a quality player, but I just don't think he's been doing the Trossard stuff. To be fair to Cedric, he's like El Nene, both very professional despite lack of game time. Big you up. But at the same time, wouldn't you be as well? Because you know you shouldn't be here. You know, obviously people don't wish injuries on no one, but there's bare injuries. Arsenal, to a degree, have showed maybe incompetence is harsh, but incompetence because we're relying on you, like to a degree. If something happens, you're probably going to come on before someone like Walters. So, you know, your management or the people you work for have shown negligence in planning. You know, there's been some injuries. You're on big wages. You're probably going to get loyalty bonus because you see out the end of your contract. You're living in London, which, you know, you went on loan to Fulham. So I guess lifestyle point of view, you're happy here. Wouldn't you be cool? And like you said, he's a professional. So it's not a thing where you've been alienated from the squad. Like, obviously, I think Cedric wants to play more and things. But for Cedric can afford to be at least, well, even in January, Cedric don't have to go. His contract is up in the summer. Arsenal more want to move him on than vice versa, really. He doesn't, you know, I don't think Arsenal would stand in Cedric's way if he forced the door out. And the saddest thing is, I think Cedric should be available. Smash the like button, by the way, people, and big up to you lot on Twitch. I think Cedric should be available in January. But at the same time, I'm saying that to you lot, and I don't necessarily feel that's right because you see, if you're not bringing in a defender, I'd never want to rely on Cedric. I'm not even trying to boy him. You're just where we want to go. You're not levels, but you need to probably keep him. Realistically, you know, again, if we get to the latter stages of the Champions League, Cedric is more likely to play than someone like a young Waters. You know, again, Mikel Arteta showed we were 4-0 up against PSV. If the young G's ain't coming off the bench, then they never are, you know. And if I was young Sego Jr., if I was Ethan, you know, I'd pat myself on the back because how many debuts, and I'm not criticizing Arteta. Of course, I would like to see Haaland involved a lot more. But how many debuts has he actually given? Because he's not on the Wenger thing, just like, especially in the League Cup. Since we moved to the Emirates, Wenger would rock up with half of these young players. You don't even know their name, never see them again. If you walk past them in the street, you won't know who it is. Arteta's not on that. I think Arteta's on working with the lit ones. Like, if you're kind of showing like you're ready for first team football, you're like a Nelson, a Smith Rowe, obviously Saka. If you're kind of, there's a certain sort of grounding. I don't think, unless you get like a teenage Jack Wilshere or something like that. I don't think Arteta is on that picking one out of the academy and just using them. I think that, you know, he recognizes the pathway of ALN. He'll, you know, extend an olive branch. He'll obviously dip into that market where he can, but like he ain't plucked no one from the academy and bust them really. Like he's taking Saka to another level. You know, he's taking Smith Rowe and Martinelli to other levels. I actually think the same for Nketiah. It might not be the level we need, but Nketiah has definitely improved under Mikel Arteta. And at the same time, with fans, I do think fans want to be competitive and win stuff and have consistency in the lineup, but young players have to play. Yeah, man. Charlie Patterno's been unlucky. We got a lot of talent in centre mid, circumstantial, man. And that's why, for me as a football fan, I don't know why, but as much as I like, you know, the Miles Lewis Skellies, Ethan, Saka, Smith Rowe, like it hits different when attacking players are, we like attacking players is what kind of makes us fall in love with the game. We hail up the defenders, but the attackers. But at the same time, it would be nice, especially with this landscape, to see a little Waters get developed and be able to be something in this squad. Like we need to bring in some. Like they don't have to be amazing, but surely we can develop a little right back, or there's a little centre half, and then you just plug a gap in the side, man. Capitano needs to step up. Nelly and Jesus need to channel the inner R9 today, and I need to see solid defending today. No meaty business. I don't think anyone can disagree with anything you said there, man. First and foremost, I want the 3 points. Then we dissect the performance. But yeah, Brighton's not the team to F about against. It's not. It's really not. And we can sit there and, you know, hope it actually will be better if United actually beat Liverpool, because Liverpool are fighting for the title. Seeing what City's doing at the same time, you need to do your job, regardless of who's got games in hand, who's won, who's lost, who's drawn. We've all got to play 38 games. And if you don't do the business over them, you know what needs to happen. And we let ourselves, but end of the day, regardless of why it happened, you know, we haven't seized full opportunities in certain games this season and got 3 points. So we need to kind of chase them back. It's a big month for football for us, you know, and it's one where we're going to need to step up. Obviously, I think we've got West Ham on Thursday, midweek next week. Then we've got the big one. You know, I'm pretty sure on Saturday. I might even be wrong. I'm sure we're playing on Thursday and Saturday next week, because Liverpool's definitely the 23rd. I don't think anyone's not going to miss that date. So we need a bit of an insurance policy. Boy, people, who are we going for a 9 in Jan? Got no spare 6 now to whenever, playing really stupid games. Hope Arteta really gets a 6 in the defender in Jan. Maybe Arteta will start letting academy players in once we actually start winning silverware consistently and our squad has more quality. Well, that's my hope. That's true, but naturally, if the players are better, like you're going to have less of an opportunity. Let's be real. You know, Saka was always going to bust through. There's always players like that. But one thing that has helped Bukayo Saka, Martinelli to a degree, Smith Rowe and Nketiah is for years we've been a shambles, you know. So our academies kind of had to save us, or we said, you know, I'd rather bet on your players because we've got a bunch of bad eggs. Players are not good enough. The better we get as a squad, like now, you know, if the next Smith Rowe or again, I'm not saying Saka because it's like a unicorn. Whatever the situation, young players like that are always going to come into the first team. But for the rest, you might not have got that. You know, Eddie Nketiah, I don't feel has developed as quick as he could develop if you went somewhere where, you know, you're playing week in, week out. But you could argue staying, training, and all of those things counteract that point. Now, if these young players are coming through, you look around that squad. If you're a centre mid, obviously, I still think if you're a centre mid, you can back your chances. But just doing the maths, Declan Rice obviously is an England international player and he cost 100 odd million. Whatever you say about Kai Havertz, a German international Champions League winner, 65 million. Fabio Vieira was signed for 30 million. Smith Rowe is an England international. Who else is there in the squad? El Nene, Jorginho, international experienced footballers. It's very difficult for a young player to get some of it for tactical reasons, you know, the depth in the squad, probably politics, because again, if you're paying money for players, they kind of have to play. These things go against you. The manager's job comes first. So I can understand sometimes why a manager will bet on an experienced player like Cedric in that case over someone like Waters. Because as we know, Cedric can make mistakes, but Waters has to be allowed to make mistakes. If he came on against PSV at 1-1 and he played an underhit back pass and it got intercepted, and it got intercepted, you have to account for that. Fans aren't the same fans that are crying about first team football for young players and that, a lot of them are going to see red. But when you're fighting for free, and I know that game's not the best of examples because they're dead rubber, but these are the factors in football. Do you know how brave a manager has to be to play young players? Like, it really is difficult. And not everyone can play, because it's not a thing where you can just, what you probably need to do is play them for 5-10 games. Whatever happens, happens. Because if Waters plays today, you know, again, it's lovely because you need to be outside your comfort zone, but it's more the speed of what everything's happening. That would probably be the first culture shock. So yeah, man. Nelson could be another Gnabry. I think with a platform, Nelson could do all right, but Nelson I don't think he gets much game time at Arsenal, rightly or wrongly. But I think one thing that I would say with Nelson, like I'm not saying he's injury prone, but when you think of Reece Nelson, I think a lot of us Arsenal fans forget, like, he does pick up quite a few injuries across the season, and that stops your little progress. Like, it kind of feels like it just goes round in a circle. Like Nelson, he has to be patient. He looks decent in the cameos. He might get an occasional start in the League Cup or whatever. He's looked like in the last Champions League game. He looks like he's ready to step up. Then he picks up another knock, and then you're back to square one. A bit like Smith Rowe as well. A bit like Smith Rowe just before. Well, you know, when he picked up this injury, Fabio Vieira the same. And the better we get, or the more ambitious we try to get, we probably need to get more durable players or players that don't have these issues. So yeah, man. I think if Nelson was playing consistently, he'd be a baller. Surprised he's willing to stay on the bench. It all depends, man, with Nelson, because obviously he could argue he's been around quality players at Arsenal Football Club, you know, and developed that way, hands-on approach from Mikel Arteta, been surrounded with Arsene Wenger and Unai Emery, you know, good managers. But for me, I say Nelson and Ketia. I'm not saying they'd be the bee's knees or they'd necessarily be better, but at a certain age, minutes are currency, really and truly. Like, you've got to go away from doing theoretical stuff to practical, and game time is game time, really and truly. And I think a lot of Nelson's stagnation has been because you're not playing like that. Obviously, you look in the mirror at this moment in time, I think you're loved by Mikel Arteta. I think you have an appreciation from the fans and your teammates. I think you are a decent player and you're good for the squad. But if we was looking in improvements, we're going to have to bring in a striker and a winger. And indirectly, whether you're a winger or a striker, there's only so many of you that could be in the squad and on the bench on a given match day. So it's a difficult one, really. I know he loves the club. I understand why he was given a new deal. You don't want to let money walk out the door. At worst, I believe Nelson could be a very good rotation option for us unless he shows more. But he's 24 now. Like, I'm not writing him off or saying stuff. It's like, when are we going to see it? And I think if you stay fit, and he looks like a confidence kind of player as well. He looks like one of them. Can we get to 100 likes for the end of the stream? Nelson looks like one of them, in my opinion. When he's really feeling confident in his body and he's fit, he can do a madness. But when he's playing with a little slight bit of pain or self-doubt, I don't think you see the same Reece Nelson. And every human goes through that. But I genuinely think when you're at a big club, when you're at a crossroads in your career now, well, let's be honest, people are playing for spots. You know, it was a fairly cozy gig at Arsenal. You know, the lads, Ramsdale was there, Tierney was there, Aubameyang was there, coming late. Aubameyang got rubbed out. It's looking peak for Partey. It didn't happen, but for some reason, Gabriel was on the bench. Tierney got shipped out. You know, Ramsdale got eliminated for David Raya. If you're Benjamin White, you're looking around like, oh, where's Timber? Like, it's just getting a bit scary, really and truly. Even slightly if you're Zinchenko, and that's the way we're going. And, you know, at a point, and this doesn't mean you're going to get alienated from the squad, but you're probably going to go from being a first team, kind of one of the first names on the team sheet, to you're in the squad, you're a rotation option, because I think we've got to do that with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. And it kills me to say that about Jesus. He's one of the football players I like to look at, and I like to see play, and I like to see perform week in, week out for Arsenal, but he doesn't get the goals. So if you get someone whose general play might not be to Jesus' standard, but it's of a good standard, and he's on banging in goals, Jesus, you might have to go back to playing out wide of things. Zinchenko, I think there's a lot of adaptability that you've got in your squad, in your play. I think you can play in centre mid, and, you know, you can do your left back thing. I think what he does at left back, there's scope for it. But, you know, if Timber's fit, or there's a next fullback that can half do what you kind of do, like, obviously Timber isn't better than him in the inverted role because, you know, he's a defender by trade. Zinchenko isn't, but he does it to a suitable standard, and he's great defensively. What you do becomes redundant. It's not going to happen, but there might come a time where Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard, probably the two easiest names for Mikel Arteta to pick from, they might have decisions to make. You know, Martinelli's got to keep improving. So it's a techie one, man. Appreciate you, Brian. Am I the only one who gets tired of Partey's fitness? I think everyone's bored of the story, man. If Partey's fit, he's fit. If he's not, he's not. What's the Timber status, though? Thought he was out for the season. Honestly, don't know. He seems like he's in rehab, but I'm not a physio, so I don't know. But I don't expect to see him this season. And to a degree, it's not that I don't want to, but you might as well just take the time off and get with it, man. Like I hope you're ahead of schedule, but I don't want no setbacks. And I think even when, you know, I think people need to remember with injuries, it's like the minute somebody's announced fit, it doesn't necessarily mean they're ready to play again. It doesn't mean they're out of things. You know, Timber would need to be given scope to feel confident in himself again, you know, get his fitness back as well. Like, people were harsh to, I know it's different, but look how harsh people were to Van Dijk, you know, been best centre half in the world's potentially / the Prem, had a massive injury. People not even giving him that grace period. So it probably takes a while to get back to yourself. And Arsenal have shown, whether it was Saliba, Partey on occasion, I don't think we've turned a corner with injuries, but I do at the same time. And I think we've shown that even if like Saliba was fit and we wouldn't play him really. So I do think we need to do that with Timber, but I can't wait to see him back, man. Timber, for me, more switched on defender, but interlaps more, and I could see Frimpong next summer. I agree with him. I think Timber easily shifts Zinchenko out the team, more defensively switched on. I think it needs to be a squad thing with Zinchenko. Like, there's times where if your form's out this world, you can play and do your thing, but there's a reason. Obviously, Manchester City is Manchester City, quality players. You know, a lot of their players would start at other clubs, but at the same time, there's a reason Zinchenko weren't a left back that is going to play 20 to 38 starting games. The same goes for Jesus. Did they not say a wise man or woman learns from other people's mistakes? Not even mistakes, because I'm not dissing them, because they're two quality players. I think Zinchenko and Jesus, in their own ways, you know, upgraded the system in the way Arteta wanted it to move on to. But now, if we're trying to look at winning titles, we need more questions than answers. I like Zinchenko, but I don't know which, and I like him a lot. You lot that follow me, I defend him all the time. But I don't know which Zinchenko is going to wake up. You know, the only ones I truly bet on is Saliba, Rice, and Saka. And then the level just below that, Gabriel, who's very reliable and I think underrated. I do like my captain Odegaard. And there's several other players of that ilk. I think we've spoken about that before, man. Partey's fitness has been peak. Shame we won't see Rice Partey midfield partnership. It'd be lovely to have that option of doing it, but I'm not holding my breath, man. I'm with you with that. Big up DG. We absolutely have to get 3 points today. We need to take revenge on them today. Amen. I think everybody wants 3 points. Pest control settings. You know, Liverpool United could be tighter than people think. I remember last year United weren't that bad first half before they collapsed. Plus Liverpool a bit leaky like Fulham. As I said, speaking of that, people, smash the like button on this video and that one, because after this live stream, we'll go over there and watch that game. But for the greater good of football, we might need Liverpool to lose still, because there's too much pressure on Ten Hag, and I think every fan wants Ten Hag to stay at Man United as long as he can. So Liverpool might have to, you know, just take this L so football can win, and he's got a bit of a prolonged life period at Man United. But I think Liverpool, I agree with you that it could be tighter. So I won't quite say they're going to run riot, but you can't really look past. Football isn't one on paper, but yeah, you'd imagine Liverpool are going to run riot. I think we all want 3 points. Timber will need to clear his mind. Mental health affects you, and will need to get match fitness. Never easy. Exactly. And he's got a long road. Obviously, he's had surgery. He's been out, you know, mentally. You know, you've made your first big money move of your career. You've signed for your boyhood club, Arsenal. You know, the fans have loved you. You won at Wembley these times. You got a start in the first Premier League game. Bang, 50 minutes in. Boom, in trouble. 50 minutes into your first Premier League game, in trouble. You're done. And I don't know Timber, but obviously for those that, you know, follow him on social media, he seems quite religious. Like, this is going to be a test of your faith. Because as somebody said, you know, health-wise, the wounds will heal. But mentally, anyone that's had an injury, you know, and more time, a lot of it is just psychological. Smash the like button. Big up yourself, Frank. We need a couple signings in Jan for sure. A striker, a centre mid, and a defender. Kyrgios is a good defender. Just needs more game time. No top defenders except being benched. Hear that? But if we could find the kind of Tomiyasu ilk, not saying he accepts it, but I just like Tomiyasu. I don't know if I would describe him as reliable because he picks up injuries, but to me, he's very reliable. That's the sort of squad level player I want. Because arguably, you know, and I might be talking a bit crazy, but if Arsenal was going to where I want it to go, my squad players start to become the Zinchenko's of this world, the Kai Havertz's of this world, the Gabriel Jesus's of this world, the Tomiyasu's. And again, you need a squad. But I just think we need to up the levels, man. We hope Havertz can continue his form, man. You're probably on current form. You're probably yourself. He's probably one of the first names on the team sheet. So long may it continue for Kai Havertz. Havertz playing because he doesn't get injured. Where's Partey? You tell me where Thomas is, man. To be fair, he's not in the match day squad, so he can do what he wants. We really need to beat Brighton. We know 15 to 20 games, City winning streak always happens on January onwards. Maybe Arteta. Oh, sorry, already seen that one. My bad, bro. Shout out Criminal Blues. Big up DG. We should have smashed Villa last week. We'll smash Brighton today. No sweat. I don't know for no sweat, but I hope we do, man. Paul, appreciate you. Hope you're well. I ain't got a good feeling about the Brighton game. Sorry. Mitoma's going to smash up Zinchenko big time. Zinni versus deep sitting teams, yeah. But not on attacking Brighton. Listen, we ain't got nothing else, bro. So for me, we're just going to have to do it. It is what it is. This is what we've got. To be fair, could you have, by that logic, could have bet on Kirill to be a bit solid defensively, but I would say Kirill hardly covered himself in glory against PSV, and I don't think he pulled up any trees against Luton. Had he have taken them opportunities, again, with a lack of game time, consistent game time, these things obviously affect what you're doing, but had he have, done very well in those games, I think he plays now. Not that Zinchenko and Kirill, I'm not putting the players against each other, but at least in theory with Zinchenko, you know he's going to switch off defensively. But if he can give you that centre mid inverted fullback Zinchenko and he can connect with the attacking players and we can make the difference, that's the risk we're taking. Happy you're always here. Appreciate that. And appreciate Anna as well, man. I hope you're doing well and safe, both of you. And as for best commentary and analysis on the internet, big praise, man. Thank you, man. One day we'll live up to that, but we keep working. I personally think Trent and Zinchenko are quite bad defensively, but I have to say I think Trent is better in both departments. Trent's better than Zinchenko, bro. Like, no shame in that. And I think Trent's better defensively than Zinchenko to a degree, but yeah, it's not really levels like that. Appreciate the super chat, Freddie, and appreciate the fact that you appreciate the hard work and you're on the channel. Again, I'm sorry to be annoying people. Keep your thoughts and whatnot coming. I've been avoiding what I really don't want to sit here and do, and that's opening up Photoshop and actually typing out the lineups for you lot. But I'm aware that we've got about 18 minutes until kickoff. So let's just get that out of the way immediately. Where do we go? I tried to guess. How many names did I get right? Did I get the whole 11? Not that I won't praise because everyone could have, but I think I did. All right, that saved me a bunch of time. We just got to do the Brighton ones. Brighton who rotate keepers as well. What's his name? Vertebbergen, the keeper. I'm sure you don't start every game for them, but he's their keeper. Billy Gilmore. Arsenal fans at the game, give him the welcome that he deserves, being the next Chelsea player. Pardon me. To be fair, football is weird though, man, because Billy Gilmore, Eddie Nketiah, and Declan Rice all at some point have spent time at Chelsea's academy. And they're all playing Premier League football at this moment in time. I don't know why I put Gilmore there, though. Shout out James Milner. He's still got a very good gig at Brighton. What a player he's been. And I think a lot of people don't give Milner credit. Obviously, he's not the most flashy of footballer. But every team he's been at, he's been an extremely reliable player. At City, at Villa, Brighton, even despite his age, I'm sure maybe this year it's not quite the same, but still playing as a prominent figure in their team. Got to rate him. And again, people forget. He made his debut at 16. How old is he now? He's had a top career. If you put James Milner, Wayne Rooney, and Cesc Fabregas in the same room, of course, Cesc and Rooney are better than him. Not that Milner didn't have tech. But for all of them guys that kind of made their debut set from 16 to about 18, them kind of guys there, the rest of them seem to peak and quite go flat early. Like Milner kept going. Milner's like, at Milner's age, it was, well, to be fair, Cesc has been at Como, but it was, come on, for them players, it's done. Like once you're not at top clubs anymore, it's kind of done. Rooney and Cesc weren't doing that. So yeah, big up James Milner, man. And I think his versatility is probably his biggest gift and curse, because I'm sure you initially left to join Liverpool because you wanted to play in midfield, or that's what Sky Sports said. You got plenty of game time there, but again, you're a manager's dream. Like you can play everywhere and play there well. I think that's the sort of guys that I would love as squad players, not necessarily James Milner because of his age profile and that, but someone that is reliable like that and can play in roles and play well. They're vital as well, folks. Very vital. But yeah, we've got Veltman, and we know what to expect from Brighton today. I hope they have an off day. I hope we're overselling them. But you know, with their manager, they play exciting football. They play attacking football. They've got a good technical level. And if you mess around and play with fire, they will burn you. Pascal Gross, you know, set pieces, they're danger as well. They can play different four at the back, three at the back. They can like Brighton. I mean, Brighton have been doing it for years, isn't it? Even under the Zerbi now of recent, but they've been doing it for years. We know what to expect. We definitely, as Arsenal fans, know what to expect. We won't be easy. It won't be an easy game. But I'm not being funny. It's the Premier League. What easy games are there? Pascal Gross. Let's get your name here. Let's copy and paste that because I can't do that. And big up to Pascal Gross, man. He's wearing the best number that you could select as a footballer, to be honest. Number 13. Bad boy number. I'd love to tell you know what, it should actually be banned in football. Stop giving the second goalkeepers the number 13 shirt. It's my favorite number, and it, you know, big up goalies, but come on. You've got Mr. Lallana. Lallana's one of them footballers you don't like because he doesn't play for your team. He's a bit of a see you next Tuesday. Let's give him a good welcome to the Emirates. I can't pronounce his name. Is it Adringa? I'm sure you're another one of them Brighton regens that's just on spoiling people's day. Brighton are a good team, man. You don't need to know who their players are. They've got Mr. Ivan Ferguson. Obviously, I don't know if we're going to put the money down to sign him, but it's games like this that the footballing world is watching. I mean, he's bagged against us before. He's a very good, talented player. Hopefully, he doesn't look like that today. Saliba and Gabriel, I think you lot coped very well against Haaland. You did well against Ollie Watkins. There's no Harry Kane to think about, but now you've got a different test. And if is Matoma playing on the left? Benjamin White, you're going to have to lose some battles today, but you're going to win the war, man. If he rips, you just keep going. Matoma's an annoying player to play against. Can take you down the channel, can cut inside. Quality player. I mean, the whole Brighton squad is quality. But yeah, that's done. Let's go back over here. We've got 13 minutes until kickoff, folks. Let's go over here. Background. Where's the folder now? If you haven't hit the like button, folks, what are you doing? This is a bit of a weird way to see folders. There you are. Okay. Yeah, there we have it. So yeah, you can see the lineups to the left and right of myself. Tomiyasu is like having two players, can play right back and centre back and left back and do it well. Like Tomiyasu is never going to, in the same way, I don't think we're ever going to wake up and Zinchenko is going to be a fantastic defender. I don't think Tomiyasu is going to be amazing in the final third, but he's really impressed me with his improvement. Like I always describe him as a conservative defender, and I don't think I've been doing him, you know, a good service. I think his runs off the ball has done well. Tomiyasu strikes me a bit of a confidence player as well. He's looked a lot more confident. He's obviously relatively both-footed as well. A couple of guys like that in the squad. With Kirio, he's not a left back. Arteta trying to fit square pegs in round holes here. It's true, but playing devil's advocate, yeah. Gabriel, big Gabriel, he's not a left back. But in the game, across 90 minutes, you're finding yourself out there. If this is what Arsenal are doing, that and again, when Mikel Arteta speaks about Zinchenko, he never describes him as a defender. He says he's playing in midfield. His strengths are there. When he spoke about Tomiyasu, he said, first things first, the defender's got to be able to defend. So he doesn't see him as that. He sees him as an extra midfielder. It's essentially a kind of free at the back. You got to remember, in football, in real terms, the game is like a bit of chess. You're going to have to be pulled out there. We know Zinchenko goes into midfield. Gabriel kind of plays as a centre-back, but pulls into that wide channel. So whether Kirio is going to be a left back or not, he's got to be able to defend them wide areas and control it a bit better, which I guess he's going to have to learn. And I do personally think in the last two games, when he has played left back, obviously I can never have a conversation with Mikel Arteta about it, but I think he's being told to do certain things and play like a bit more of a traditional one, because in pre-season, he's looking quite good, specifically as an inverted fullback, but now he's not really inverting and offering an option, if that makes sense. So I do think there's been a change in some sort of tactics that Arteta has asked. Big up American Gunner, he's going 3-0. But hey, I don't know, man. Gabriel's wide channel defending is so underrated. Come to appreciate it more after watching the likes of Guardiola trying to do it. No clue on the final scoreline today. Could be anything. In the circle, you gotta give us a scoreline, man. Yeah, Wenger was smoking something elite, giving Gallas the number 10. Worst player I've seen in an Arsenal shirt just because of how he conducted himself. An absolutely disgrace. I did nothing, mate. Just got a hat on, damn, man. People, if you have iOS, use Bing Sport. Download the app. You can watch the game. Evans a serious striker. He's a regen, man. I don't know where. I need to see his passport. I need to see the hospital he was born in. I think he's an industry plant. He's so good. You're not a real human, man. They made you, didn't give you the same software, but they made you where they made Haaland and this new look of Kanji. Evans a serious striker. Already got the same amount of goals this season as he did last year in a Brighton side that is not performing as well in the league as they did last year. And I guess Tony Bloom is smiling because he knows when the time's right and it needs to happen. Woo. Mane regen vibes. I'm sure that's the game when it was Brighton Liverpool. He was just on smoke. You're a fool. Man said upgraded. Aston Villa is like Arsenal and Brighton last year. I don't know about that, but yeah, man. Normally some good links here. Inner Circle, I beg you send that again because I saw that via StreamYard. Well, in fact, let me stop being lazy. What link did you say? Because we've got 9 minutes until kickoff. We actually need to take this a bit seriously. What was I doing? What link did you say? Fit Pro. See what this is about. I did VIP stream or VIP League. Can you show the lineup, DG? You can see it to the left and right of me. I hope you can. DG, love the way you break down the first team, the bench, and the fringe players. As a professional player, you have to know what you want and the team wants. Amen. In my dream, the current starting 11 are all backups to the 11 we really need. DG not seeing you wear the away kit. They don't agree with the green screen, man. I have to do away with the green screen to wear that. It don't rock well. It don't rock well. I should have seen that one coming, really and truly, but I didn't, unfortunately. I hope this match is only entertaining to Arsenal fans, or in fact, I hope it's boring. We just turn up and win. Shout out yourself, Terry. Don't let Zerbi knee slide again at the Emirates. We are watching Arteta. Boy, DG going to do a watch along for the Champions League draw. Yeah, I think it kicks off at 11 a.m. So around that time, we'll go live across YouTube and Twitch and see who we get. I just remembered we got that draw. Thanks for reminding me, man. Perfect comparison between Zinni and Tommy. Tommy's more likely to offer more offensively as he plays more. Zinni is not poor defensively, but he dips below average too often. There you have it. Because actually, the saddest thing is, and I know the ball's on the floor with him defending, but I think he's improved defensively a lot. But I also think at 26 odd years of age now, like, you're kind of always going to be what you've been. And that's essentially a midfielder who quite rightly and smartly saw a way to have a future at City is by becoming a left back, or they saw that in you. So we're never gonna talk. That don't mean you can't have great defensive performances, but we're never gonna consistently be happy with his level of defending. So we're in a bit of this where we're at, man. Maybe United can pull a rabbit out of the. I won't quite continue with that today. You never know, man. Big up DG Raya back in goal. Think we all saw it coming though. If Gallas is watching, you're the worst player for life at this club. Harsh. I want a clean sheet, but probably a bit too much to ask for us at the Emirates and against Brighton, man. He's 27 now, which is mental. So, yeah, that's it. Shout out yourself, Edward. I smell Kaya bangs today. Boy, we hope Kaya can do something. I have a feeling United get a result for some reason, no clue why. For the greater good of football, we might need that. I'm not going to lie, we might need that. What do you think of Julian Alvarez for 60 million? It would be lovely. It'd be lovely if they wanted to sell us him. I'm all for it. I have to ask, at what point are Arsenal fans going to just be just that and support this club? We have the Champions League draw coming up on Monday and could be facing any of the biggest teams in the champs. I think everyone supports Arsenal here. I'm not quite sure you mean there, but don't know. Shout out, my guy. I agree Gallas was the worst. Listen, Gallas, obviously, in terms of ability, Gallas was definitely not the worst footballer that I've ever seen play for Arsenal Football Club. But for his Mohican, for the fact that it was permed, for the fact that you were ex-Chelsea, for the fact that you went out like a coward at St Andrews. You wearing the number 10 and disrespecting the 10 worst football I've ever seen play for Arsenal. Where's your integrity, man? And DG is asking for Brighton. Yes, I say it again. Brighton to have an off day. If we can't slap these teams, just come out of Europe. I'll support my club, come rain or sunshine. No, I mean, I don't know what you're quite saying there, but I don't think that, I'm wearing this for decoration. Obviously, I want the best Arsenal to turn up today, and I'm as confident or as not confident as I can be. But yeah, I would like Brighton to have an off day, but if we equip ourselves, it doesn't mean anything. I think you can consider that there's more than one reality or truth that can live. I don't know, man. I don't know what you're getting at there, but fair enough, man. Fair enough. I mean, it's coming across as a tiny bit insecure. You keep typing that, you keep, supporting the club and that. Like, okay. Fair enough, Geezer. Yeah, life is about that. Arsenal rise up to the occasion right now. I mean, we're 5 minutes from knowing. I hope Martin, as I said, I'd love for Martinelli to bag today. Really would love for Martinelli and Jesus, because you lot are too good to not get these numbers. It's time for me to start clicking on links. Let's mute the channel as well. Oh, don't want to get in trouble there. Apparently, Arsenal's expected goals against Brighton was the lowest in any home match of theirs in the Premier League last season. So I'm sure Mikel Arteta would have went over the game last season with them in the technical analysis and showing where we could do better, where we have to go better, and obviously what they're looking like now. Apparently, Odegaard has scored in 2 of his last 3 games in the Premier League against Brighton. And with it being his birthday today, put your money on the Capitano, man. The sun is shining as well. Brighton were the last team to stop Arsenal from scoring at the Emirates Stadium. Since then, the Gunners have netted in 12 straight matches, racking up a total of 37 goals. That's confident. That's lit. Arsenal have won the joint most penalties in the Premier League this season with 6. Brighton have conceded the joint most penalties in the Premier League. Could that be one to put a bet on? I don't know. I'm going to leave that with you. Martin Odegaard turns 25 today. Feels like you've been around forever, Martin Odegaard. 25. Fair enough. Maybe because he has been on the scene since he's 16. Brighton apparently have scored in their last 32 consecutive Premier League games, folks. So, yeah, we're going to have to stand up today. Captain to score and future statue for Kai. We are going to play good today. I think the players know this is important, and I want Martinelli to score today too. People are allowed to criticize the club, but we will love this club. Odegaard is bagging today. I hope so. DG, what's the story of how you started supporting Arsenal? Thierry Henry, man. Thierry Henry, man. Thierry Henry, man. Simple business. Could have easily got lost to Man United, but everything happens for a reason. And I can't lie, it was the in thing, isn't it? Like, only 28, but like primary school, you was a glory hunter if you supporting Arsenal, isn't it? Like Thierry Henry, man, Patrick Vieira as well. You know, lit. But mainly Thierry Henry. From my whole childhood, I wanted to be Thierry Henry and 50 Cent. And a cartoonist, but then I realized my drawing shit. So yeah, the bubble got burst still. This link is spot on. Arteta did bust case. Where can I stream the game? Share it up, people. Van Persie versus Song was an old combo. If I speak on Alex Song, you lot are not going to like me. So I'm not going to say nothing. Overrated. Good player, though. It actually was. The teams are walking out. You know, I'm excited now, man. Boys, come on, man. Can we have a great December period? Everyone's looking for us to crumble. If we can win today, do something against West Ham, goes without saying we'd all love an Anfield result. If we can play like how we did in the first half at Anfield last season next week. But for 90 minutes, we'd be all right, innit? Pardon me. And it's funny you mentioned Arteta, because I was scrolling Twitter today and somebody, you know how people resurface people's tweets like Gary Neville. And I mean, Gary Neville's an idiot, but I think one interesting thing he said, I think it was in August on one of them Sky Sports channels, that they're specifically kind to going to target Mikel Arteta, and he was used as a lot of references for referees' behavior. Now, when you see how the season's gone from August to now, and like you said, he just had to fight this case and whatnot. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist and things, but it does feel like there's one rule for Mikel Arteta and 20 others for other people, but it comes with the territory, man. It really does. Shame Ian Wright retiring from Match of the Day. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Speak on Alex Song. Song was good. He just overrated. Mad overrated. Song crazy overrated. Defensive mid, all your highlights are passes, which is lit, as I said, but crazy overrated. He did well because he looked, when he was first at the club, he was crap. Became lit. I'm sure you set up that great goal for Thierry Henry against Leeds when he returned. But Meady, man, did well. There were kind of the times. That was around the period that when we actually sold players, they didn't do well after they left. And I think, Nasri, Cess, Van Persie, they kind of, flipped that on its head, man. Frank got a point, you know. What's point? What's the? Oh, here we go. Since Arteta bus case, I feel like we'd be targeting much more than usual by refs and VARs. They just do you think this would happen, Frank? We've been knowing there's agendas against this club. It's never going to stop. Like, you're right. Bang on the money. About to watch the match with top tier DG commentary. So am I. As soon as it starts, like, it's on an advert right now. What's going on here? Still on an advert. I swear I hate watching games on streams, man. All right, we're back. Come on. It's Arsenal against Brighton. If you haven't smashed the like button, you know what you need to do. Shout out those of you on Twitter and also Twitch. And to be fair, apparently StreamYard lets you stream via Instagram now, so that could be time. Brighton are kicking off this game, people. And don't forget, we're watching Liverpool Man United after. Brighton will kick off at the Emirates. Oh, now we've started. I can't lie, the Brighton player fake. And he sent me, I can't lie, people. That's why I clicked the start button. But yeah, on a serious note, Brighton against Arsenal has kicked off. Dunk, who set pieces, you're going to do a madness. And I think Dunk's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. I think he hits a lovely diag. I don't think he's a sexy sort of signing and whatnot, but he's lit. Billy Gilmore. Dunk, we're pressing high. We're on this today, you know. Our high pressing has led to us winning the ball. Martinelli finds Big Gabby. It's a bit Bandula here. Come on, well in, Big Gabby. Come on. Oh, it feels like we could do something. I think there's an early goal in this for us. Martinelli to Zinchenko. Zinchenko's got it on this left-hand side. I can't lie. Look at Brighton off the ball. They look impressive already. Declan Rice has looked to hit a diag and he's found Bukayo Saka. Saka's touch was Hudson-Odoi, but he has possession. He's up against the experienced Milner. No respect for your elders today, Saka. Odegaard. Saka, bang it. He puts it across. Hey, come, Jesus. Oh, half chance, but no one can get the shot away. Flirting. That's ours, ref. Make this count, though. Football's a 90-minute game. Turn up the pressure cooker, ref. That's an early yellow. There's no advantage. Jesus is fouled. Havertz. A minute in, if someone could have just got the shot away. Saka, no respect for the elderly. I want big up Milner. He's a Premier League, you know, big dog. But I want him to, after these games, these are the games he has to be thinking about retirement. I want him to stay up all night thinking about, oh, these players are getting younger. I just ain't got it anymore. I want him to be asking his wife, babes, how does Saudi Arabia sound? Get him out of there today. Bukayo Saka. I've seen you do it to better fullbacks. No disrespect to Milner. Don't cut him no courtesies. Gabriel Jesus to Declan Rice. Declan Rice, captain fantastic without the armband. Finds Benjamin White. Declan Rice, man on. Odegaard, it's your birthday today, bro. Jesus, I love the link-up play. Respectfully to Eddie and Ketia, but when the guys who are starting now start, and if we could just bring Partey into this mix, could be some I won't quite say champagne football. That's like that, but really, really good football. Jesus drops a shoulder. Finds Odegaard. Man on, Odegaard. Man on. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. We started well. I can't tell you the last time Brighton had possession, ref. That's another late one. Where's the advantage? I can't lie. Lewis Dunk absolutely wastes Jesus. And to be fair, credit to Brighton because we played on when Odegaard was on the floor. They had no right. They had no obligation, better yet, to put the ball out. And they did. So shout out to Brighton for that. Odegaard, don't worry, man. You're still pretty, man. You still got all your teeth, man. You're good, man. Get up, man. It's your birthday. Love Odegaard as a footballer. Defend him quite a lot. But I need you to put in some performances, man. I do think he was fouled off the ball there. Don't concede early. Did you see Jamie Carragher's shirt? No, I haven't. One of the Brazilians got to do the Brazilian thing. Bro, that's what's required. I know we should have bagged there. Lovely link-up play by Saka and Odegaard. Oh, Martin, is that Martinelli? Sorry, the stream's horrible, man. Havertz tried to get in there. Havertz, you can score again, you know. We're starting to love you here. Good tackle by Gabriel. But at some point, the game's going to settle. This ain't sustainable. So can we take advantage? Great play. What number is this? Van Hink. That's why he was linked with Arsenal. Lovely composure. Saw Martinelli. End-to-end stuff, though, man. They've got Ivan Ferguson. They've got quality. We need to panic. We need to calm down. But 3 minutes in, it's a good start from us, man. Very good start. Probably the first time in an Arsenal shirt, Declan Rice has misplaced the pass, and it's here with Brighton. Don't let them settle, boys. Don't let them settle. Pascal Gross. DG the best YouTube when it comes to Arsenal watch-alongs. Paul, you're far too kind, man. That's down to me to just keep working hard, man. What is an Arsenal game without DG's commentary? I feel like Henri when the statue happened. Allow me, man. Guys, stop it. Come on. Come on, stop, man. You make this baby face killer cry, man. My guys and girls out there. And baby mom, shout me. Don't worry, I'm still lit. Haircut this week is Christmas. I got you lot. DMs. Remaining serious though. Lewis Dunk looks to clear the lines. He's gone long. Oh, well, he went long and then the stream just randomly turned off. What's all this about? I was enjoying my life there. Well, that's a bit of a cock block. Send the stream links, people. I wouldn't mind if we we was poor, but it's actually quite good. We back yet? Oh, we're back now. Oh. The stream can get demonetized with all this noise. Apologies, people. Well, finally back. Well, I'm back watching the game, and it's here with Martin Odegaard, folks. Finds Benjamin White. Big up you lot, man. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you, Paul. We shouldn't fear anyone. But in life, I think you should. I think it's fear what keeps us alive. I think fear and paranoia, they've got negative stigmas. I think you look at anyone that's achieved Pep, he's hella paranoid. You know, Pep doesn't strike me as when he won the treble, he's celebrating. Everyone else was celebrating. You know, when you're in a rave and you're thinking about your life, how you can improve your life, but everybody's enjoying. Oh, we're in, ref! Oh! And you're just in another world. I think that's with Pep. But again, Saka threatening down the right-hand side. Come on, boys, man. Pest control settings, man. Let's get these seagulls out of here. Big up Brighton. 5 minutes in. I won't quite say we're banging on the door, but we're definitely, you know, if you're inside your house, you're definitely hearing shouting and you're looking at your curtains. Benjamin White. This is your old team, you know. Remember they loaned you out to Leeds? Arsenal never done that. Arteta played you from the jump. Martin Odegaard. David Raya. I think you're going to have to be busy today, Raya, but I hope the game continues how we've seen. I don't want to see Raya in a nice way. I never want my keepers to have to do anything. Has Raya found Bukayo Saka? That's a good knock. Be strong, Saka. Good strength from him. Good defending by Milner, but we've still got it. Don't put the ball out. He's not injured. Martinelli. That's poor Martinelli, man. You're better than that. Poor delivery from Martinelli. We could have been in there. Billy Gilmore, never. Oh, ref, look how small and Margot Odegaard is. He can't foul no one. Ref, you telling me he's softer than Billy Gilmore, softer than Odegaard? Come on. It's a professional game. He leaned on him, ref. He's looking for that. It's looking like Saka's cash money, though. I'm not going to lie. Saka down the right is looking like where that's the jackpot, and it's a lovely ball, and it just couldn't find anyone again. Lovely from the star boy. As I said, big up James Milner, but these are the games I want you to consider retirement. Saka, get this old guy out of here, man. We respect our fellow professionals, but not today. And I have to give credit to Brighton because they're still going to keep playing. They're still going to play out from the back. They're still going to stick to the task. To be fair, if you're the Zerbi and these guys, you know that you're going to come to the Emirates and there's the potential for us to start fast and you're going to be under the cosh and have to be patient, which is why as an Arsenal fan, I don't want these lot to settle. Or if they do settle, let's get the goal. Billy Gilmore, so far we've done well. We press well, press high, press together, which has been good. But can't let them settle. Good opening sequence. Good opening sequence. In fact, let me write all of this down. Brighton are still in possession. Couldn't string 10 passes. Saka set up some half chances. But again, football's a 90-minute game, man, and definitely of the Emirates era. More so under Wenger. We've bad up teams like this. They get one chance, game's flipped on its head. But I like it so far. Look, is that Ivan Ferguson? Look how deep he's... And I mean, Arteta and Edu, I hope you're writing that down because they're the sort of brothers we need in the team. But look how far he had to drop to receive the ball. And look where he is now, getting things going. And that's the sign of a good striker because he's realised today, like, I'm going to have to make my own luck. Lallana has found Milner. I'd say we've won the first 8 minutes of this, but now it looks like Brighton are going to settle. We know they're a very good side technically. They can go direct when they need to. They're good in their own right, man. And right now it's still 0-0, so nothing else matters, essentially. Can we get to 200 likes for the end of the stream, people? Big up to you lot who've hit the like button so far. Keep your thoughts and all that good stuff coming. Just don't concede a goal early in the game and spend the rest of the time trying to equalise. I'm with that. My only criticism on these 8 minutes, Could we have found someone in the final third? I think Jesus and Havertz, decent half chances. Saka, keep doing what you're doing. And now it's their time to not pass it. Look how far Dunk's got. First time I've seen Matoma. Oh, Benjamin White, I thought you won the ball there. Saka doing a bit of defending. Took it off Milner. Hey, that's a yellow. Early doors. Disarmed Milner. Sent Matoma shop. Ref, early doors, yellow. I don't think it is, but you got to call it. Saka, well in. Get up, though. Get up, man. My star boy. If your star boy has not got double figures in a single Premier League season, please don't compare him. Please, I don't want to hear about these Kulusevskis and Antonys and Hudson-Odois and all these things. Oh, Danny Welbeck's back. It's written in the script, ain't it? You know, we could do with Danny Welbeck in the squad now. Bukayo Saka, man on. Don't lose it. Ooh. Oh, the stream is giving me a tough time, ain't it? But we're back again. You can't stop me. I love this club. David Raya. It's one of them where let's not make this harder for ourselves than we need to. Martin Odegaard, as he found the man, the angle was there. Idea was there. I see his angle with that kind of pass, but fundamentally, it's to a blue shirt. So, yeah, man. It's still here with Brighton. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dunk. Come on. That's where we win it. You have to give credit to Brighton, man. Because this is scary stuff, the way they're playing out from the back. Good battle between Gabriel and Ferguson. Ferguson just misses out, but it's here with Matoma, Saliba. You're too tight there. Good little tackle from Havertz. But Brighton are starting to wake up now, man. They're starting to do their thing. It is Sunday and early. Well, it's not early for Sunday morning, but it's Sunday morning. They're tired still. And it's here with Pascal Gross. Looks to hit a ball over the top. That's a good idea. Gabriel wins the first header. Time Declan Rice. Finds William Saliba. Saliba to Rice. What's this about? Don't think that was the best of passes necessarily from Saliba, but it's cool. David Raya says, you know what, it can't all be Saka. Oh, Raya, that was terrible. What did you try to find there? He's giving it straight back to Brighton. That was horrible, mate. Wake up, man. You're better than that. That was absolutely horrible. Shout Haleb. It's clear from last season that we're a better team with Martinelli taking lots of shots. We need to sort that out. Left-hand side is too quick. No, Alex Song, Sander today. He made the assist for Enrico. Big him up, man. But yeah, oh, James Milner. He started really slow. Poor pass from him. Thank you, though. I don't mind that. I hope you're doing well and safe, Els. And RIP Rocky as well. Obviously, if you're older than me, you attracted a lot of people to this football club. It's a throw-in over here with Zinchenko, folks. Only really got Kai Havertz. Martinelli. Get your body there, Martinelli. It's a bit... Oi, ref! Early doors, yellow card. We've still got the ball, but whoa... Since when could you come crashing down the back of someone? Anyways, Benjamin White has found Saka, who's come off the channel into the midfield. And he's giving it to Odegaard. He tried to play a give and go. Milner's read it, though. He's got back. Saka up against Milner. Rip him. Bang it. Hey, Saka. He's got the shot away. It's into the keeper's hands. So you're better than that, man. You've done so well. Good move from Saka. Well, from Benjamin White, Saka and Odegaard. It's a good little 1-2 between Odegaard and Saka. Both of them have turned up today. Got past Milner. Not really any power in the shot or real accuracy. Straight into the keeper's, direction, really. I do like on occasion, Saliba and Gabriel have got very tight, but when it hasn't worked out, like they're in no man's land. It's here with Lewis Dunk. I mean, you've got to give credit to Brighton. Look how they just evaded the press on that incident. And it's games like this is where you appreciate Gabriel Jesus. Look at him dropping back. We have got numbers back, but this is a promising attacking move from Brighton. Oh, they almost found Ferguson, and we're quite lucky he couldn't take that touch into his stride. Keep going, man. So far, so good. DG, what do you think of the Gunners lineup? Can't really have any complaints, really and truly. I think because of injuries, because of form, I think the team kind of picks itself. Yeah, man. I don't think normally I'm a big fan of Trossard, but I don't think his form suggests a start. Kai Havertz. Oh, he's killed Saka, but he found Saka. I think if anyone was banging on the door, definitely based off the PSV game, probably Nelson, but I think it picks itself. Quite happy with the lineup. Again, yeah, you can make a case for Ramsdale, but we're at where we're at with our first choice keeper, what appears to be Bukayo Saka, Benjamin White, Declan Rice. Southgate, you watching? There's no reason why Benjamin White shouldn't be in the English squad. William Saliba, Declan Rice, Benjamin White. It's nice, but it's all in front. Saka, Rice. But I bang it, Rice. Rice, hit it. Oh, he found Saka. Oh, and it's been blocked. Hey, man, we've got to take advantage of these things, boys. We've got to, man. We've got to, man. Again, it's all down this right-hand side. Saka and Rice done very well. It's like Rice was going to go for the shot. Then he tried to find Saka. Saka eventually gets on the ball, but it's cannoned off a Brighton man. And it's them two again. Saka, Declan Rice. It's here, Benjamin White, Martin Odegaard. Hit it. Hit it. Crack it, lad. Oh, the camera angle almost lied to me. He's gone wide, boys. Come on. Everything is happening down this right-hand side. Zerbi's not going to let this happen for long. Keep going. Keep going. Look very good down the right. Martinelli, Zinchenko, you're not playing. I'm not saying that as a criticism, but I want to be saying this about the left-hand side. Oh, man. So far, so good, but still. And it's here with Arsenal. Again, we're winning it back. Regardless of how the game ends, that's one thing I do like. Bukayo Saka. If I'm honest, I need to see something created for Jesus. I know he's got issues scoring, but not really seeing him. Again, the left-hand side, we need a bit more. Big Gabby. Had to foul him, man. Kai Havertz, Clinical Kai. Declan Rice. William Saliba. Benjamin White. Benjamin White finally looks like he's got his spring back in his step to. Hey, ref, come on. Hey, that's a yellow card for Milner. Let's get him out of there. And yeah, somebody's got to get revenge on Milner still. Someone's got to leave one on Milner. But I understand why Milner did that. It comes down to pride. You just let him know. Kind of what I wanted Kirill to do against PSV's Bakayoko. If you're going to run past me and embarrass me, you're going to get a kick. And I mean, Dunk's a big lad. We're going to have to rush him if we're going to fight, lads. Like, he's going to have to get hit with something or set Big Gabriel on him. You've got to book Milner. Got nowhere near it. Saka, that's where you've got to be a villain. Clamp him. You know, do what Casemiro did for Real Madrid against Milner when he was at Liverpool. Has he been booked? Has James Milner been booked? Because I'm pretty sure I ain't seen a yellow card. Has he been booked? Surely he's been booked. And I hate losing to Brighton because their Twitter admins are a bit of a wallad. Did he get a yellow card? He must have got a card, man. James Milner must be on a yellow. I'll check in a sec. He must have got carded for that. I didn't see a card, but you must have got carded for that. No way you get away with that. I'm still waiting for the thing to show confirmation of this yellow card. You got the good guy coupons, man. Oh, so yeah, you didn't get a card. Way, lucky fella. And that's where we need to be a bit cynical. Anything Milner does, let's make the most of it. How he didn't get booked for that, I don't know. Dirty. It's cool, boys. You don't get your chance. Benjamin White, you're normally the guy that's on the dark arts. Pascal Gross. Neat play here from Brighton. Can't lie, I like this Ferguson guy, you know. He's dropping deep. He's giving goal. He's I like him, man. Brighton hit the jackpot with him. It's a shame that in today's day and age, like it's already 100 billion probably. James Milner, to be fair, he's done very well to get Brighton out of there. And Brighton looking to bring the full ball forward. It's now here on their right-hand side. Zinchenko, Martinelli, be switched on, please. Still here with Brighton. All their players, you can't see... With the Brighton team, you can't see a player that lets them down technically. Billy Gilmore. That's where he win it. Ref, you can't book Havertz. Oh, ref, let it go. Fair enough. Keep going. Saka, boss out. You got Matoma on you. Matoma and Milner looking to stop Saka. Saka, come on, lad. Where's his options, boys? Bukayo Saka. Finds Odegaard. That's good. Finds Benjamin White. Saka once. Declan Rice. Odegaard. Let's get out of there, boys. Declan Rice. Finds Saka. He's not offside. Oh, Saka dropping the shoulder. Okay, Jesus. Jesus, I might be asking too much, but could you have turned on that, done something Brazilian and got a shot away? Big Gabriel's found Saliba. Declan Rice. Odegaard once. Finds Odegaard. Odegaard magic now, please. Oh, that's a lovely one to Jesus. Jesus, please. Brazilian stuff. Goes for the shot. Again, a bit like Saka's. I like the fact that you got the shot off, but it's neither side of the keeper and it's not really any threatening. Good start, but it's not about starting good in the Premier League. As you lot know, you need to score goals and win the game. But so far, so good. I do think the first 8 minutes, there was a golfing class. In the last 8 or 10 minutes, it's been a bit more of an even duel. I like this Ivan Ferguson guy. Again, holds the ball up well, distributes it to the right-hand side. He's all right. Edu, start talking to them, man. Start talking to them. Gabriel, fair enough, Kai Havertz. Gabriel's in no man's land. So Havertz pulled into the centre-half position. I hear it. We've got a throw-in anyways, and it's here with Zinchenko. It's called honest professional DG. You can get away with a lot, Milner hype. It's true. And on a serious one, that's where I say referees, because they might think Milner is holier than now, unconscious bias, you get away with it. If I done that and they think I'm a dirty player, I might not get away with that. Milner's a lucky boy, man. You know, as the game goes on, we should be sitting here and wondering, is Zerbi considering taking him off? Martinelli's done well. Head up, Martinelli. He's found his fellow Brazilian, Gabriel Jesus. Can we make something happen here? Gabby Jesus goes for the shot. That's meaty. I like the fact you went off with a shot, but ultimately it's off target, has not threatened the keeper. First real time I've seen Martinelli and Jesus come to life like that. Jesus has decided to be greedy. If he scores it, it's lit. Oh, we got a corner. Fair enough. I take that back. Still think it was poor from Jesus, but he got away with that. I think Brighton have a man injured. Veltman's moving a bit gingerly. And that's obviously, you know, we hope he's fit enough to continue. And thoughts are with the Luton captain, man. Like, I saw it trending. I saw the news. I think he had a cardiac arrest on the pitch. That's crazy. Thoughts are with him and his family, especially at this time of year, man. It's almost Christmas. Sounds cliche, but we really, really have to, you know, big up the fact that we're healthy. The Jesus misses a joke. What a letdown. Martinelli just ended Veltman's career. Solanke ain't our level. He can stay in the low teams. I'll take him for the squad, but I need to hear Osimhen and all these guys. Looks like Veltman was injured in the process of just trying to get at Martinelli. Hope he's all right. With knee injuries, you never know. Hope he's all right, but sometimes these could be ligaments. And obviously, if you got ligament damage, you're looking at lengthy timeout. I mean, it's positive that he's walking. Looks like he'll be able to soldier it. It's just a little impact thing. But for now, Brighton are down to 10 men and we've got a corner now. It does appear that they, in my opinion, they're a taller side than us. I don't know if that is, pardon me, backed up. But hopefully we can make use of this. Have liked our start. I think we're missing a goal though. Martinelli, if there's one thing I think you need to improve, I think you need to be more consistent from corners. Can you make something happen? Martinelli's delivered. I don't quite know what's happened there, but it's still alive. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, Jesus, man, that's poor. And Brighton attempt to clear their lines, but we keep the move alive. It is out of the area, though. Zinchenko, Bukayo Saka. Raw, big Gabriel playing right wing basically right now. Raw, big Gabby, please. Please. I like it, but come on. I can't believe this. Big Gabby is right wing right now. After the corner, like we've still stayed in our positions. I can't believe this. This is lit. Declan Rice has been found by Odegaard. Zinchenko. Lovely to Martinelli. Come on, decision making. Head up. Martinelli delivers. Big Gabby. It's another shot on target. But it's not a goal, man. Done well to get his head on it, creeping at the back post. Ultimately, it's a tame header and not quite good enough to really ask any question of the goalie. But a couple of times, you know, we've started well. We've had some decent opportunities, but they've ended with tame efforts. And you've got to score goals. Never a foul. Oh, come on, ref. Declan Rice has won it there, ref. Come on. Declan Rice, do that to Milner, though. Matoma's an innocent bystander. I don't know if Veltman's going to be able to continue. Like, the camera's panning to me, still moving gingerly, trying to soldier it. Probably trying to get through to at least half time. But yeah. Anyways, we're continuing this game and it's here with Brighton's keeper. 23 minutes in, it's still 0-0. Think naturally we're probably getting a bit tired. The press hasn't been as intense and there's a lot more space for Brighton to play into. And you've seen Billy Gilmore just gallop forward here. Milner has to go home. And it's here with Lewis Dunk. Can't believe it. Count our blessings, respect for Luton Cap. Hopefully he seeks help and his family take care of themselves. Sad to happen before Christmas. Amen. Ball into the box by Brighton. It's sent the same way it's come from. We're getting nothing from the ref or VAR today, so we'll leave it up to them. We could be in trouble. Exactly. As much as I don't agree with the standard of refereeing, control what variables we can control in it. And that's ultimately, at this moment, trying to score a goal. Dunk galloping forward. We're just inviting him into our... No way. Boys, wake up. Lewis Dunk is advancing forward and he's trying to make passes with the outside of his boot. Have some respect, man. He's a great player, but boys, we need to score. I didn't sign up for this on a Sunday. Jesus with 0 shooting technique, so jarring man should be at least a goal up. Saka, Jesus, Odegaard all had shots on target. Big Gabby, header technically, but none of them have come to nothing. David Raya has found William Saliba. He's found his goalie again. Odegaard wants it. Declan Rice as well. Raya, we did. Right, we did. I hear it. Like, ultimately, it's come to nothing, though. Big up yourself, Omar. We need to take our chances. Don't rely on these corrupt refs to bail you out. In life, save yourself, innit? Good morning from freezing California. Freezing? Oh, I mean, it is Christmas time of the year, but I didn't believe California something described as cold. It looks like it's peak for Veltman. He's tried to give it a good goal, but his day's done. Zerbi's got his notepad out. They mock me when I come to the Emirates with a notepad, and it looks like there'll have to be some sort of change. I reckon they put Milner in midfield. I literally reckon Milner goes in midfield. I think this could be a blessing for Zerbi in a sense of, you know, Milner's going to get killed at left back. So yeah. Don't forget to smash the like button, folks. And big up you lot for being tuned in. Still receiving treatment. Just wasting everyone's time. Sorry for hitting the mic there as I sat back down. It's cold a bit. Come on, Gunners, get the 3 points before Anfield. Technically before West Ham, but I hear you. You're right nonetheless. 3 points is what we turned up for. Havertz needs to shoot a bit more earlier in the game. He had space just outside the box, but went for the safe option and played it wide to Saka. Who is this? Another young player. Ain't this the guy they saw he gave his debut to last week or something like that? Number 41's coming on. Straight out of the Regen Brighton Academy. Doesn't matter if they're from South America, Europe, Africa. Brighton, find these players and make them lit. Hinzelwood coming on. Sure, he's played a couple times for Brighton, if that. So yeah, he's coming on. See what you're about, fella. Might have to add you to the shopping list. Boys, get at him. I'm sure he's a good player, but get at him. He's a young player making his Emirates debut. At least we can be right about something. Get at him. Appreciate that. Milner is having a horrid game. That's why I need to make it count, man. As I said, these are the games you want Milner to sit there and say, oh, I don't know if I can keep going, man. The players are getting younger and younger. He scored for them last week and it's his boyhood club. Big him up. So yeah, he did. See, he tapped in. But guy, Milner's had a shocking poor first touch there. Boys, come on. Milner's had a great career, but time catches up with everyone. And today it's looking like that for you, if I'm honest. And to be fair, Milner, especially your Liverpool days, actually, like there was a couple of times I was Thiago Silva. I'm looking at, right, shouldn't you be declining? And you're not, but looks like he has now. Odegaard's gone back home to Raya. Raya's found Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus has gone back to David Raya. Jesus, go back up front. And there's a nasty little foul off the ball. But boys, stop looking to the ref to save us. Do the same thing back. Martin Odegaard, Benjamin White, back to Odegaard, back to Raya. Raya, yo, Saliba puts his foot through it. He's found Jesus. Jesus win the foul. Never. Oh, come on, ref. How? Sorry for shouting, but how's that their foul? Bro, what do you mean? It's still not their foul. Shielding the ball, mate. Allow it, man. Nonetheless, it looks like they've got a free kick. Billy Gilmer, I hope you're all right, but welcome to the Emirates, my guy. Ref's going to lose the game. We need to make sure that's not a thing. Yeah, we should let a few fly more to test the keeper. I think we just need to hit the target, man. think we just need to hit the target. I'm not gonna lie. Is it Van Hickey or whatever at Brighton? I like this defender. Ooh, risky pass from the Brighton goalkeeper. It got there. Jesus, but Jesus still gonna miss still. But yeah. Ivan Ferguson, don't dive in, Saliba. Lovely, lovely. Disarmed him. Lovely. Saliba, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Lovely strength. Ref! Ref, don't let him talk to you like that. You got to book him. Don't let him talk to you like that. That's very scary. Kids are watching. You might as well send him off. Martin Odegaard will take this free kick when the ref allows. Ref, what's going on, man? We get it. You're referee in a Premier League game. We get it. Can we behave like everyone's a grown man out there and stop behaving like everyone's children? Bukayo Saka up against Milner. Burning, man. I want to see Milner's hamstring give up on him while he's trying to track back. You're too nice, Saka. I know it's the Lord's Day and you're a church boy, but you need to get on them today. How's the game been so far? We've been on the front foot. I thought it'd be a lot more even. I think Brighton have grown into the game a little bit, but fairly positive. We just need to score. Martinelli's ball's just been read by Lewis Dunk. Just need to score, man. Ultimately, goals win games. Yeah, as I said, I think Dunk slept on because Dunk's not. He ain't got Brazilian last name. He ain't got Spanish last name. You know, as much as everyone's got an appreciation for Brighton, nobody's watching Brighton week in, week out. He weren't bought for no big price tag. It's a good player, Saliba. Yo, what was that? Okay, Saliba, that was a bit mad. Benjamin White, that was a bit mad as well, but it's cool. Ferguson versus Saliba, a good little battle. Great awareness by Lewis Dunk. And he can even hit a free kick. Lewis Dunk, hit the ball long. Come on, boys, don't let them out. I'm not going to lie. Gabriel's smart. He fouled someone off the ball. Bit like what the Brighton lads were doing to us. Don't hate the player, hate the game. David Raya. Gabriel Jesus doing up midfield duties. Zinchenko. Saliba. White, need to make this count now, boys. Benjamin White. Zinchenko's ran off to this right-hand side as well. Forgot about the left-back stuff. Saka plays it to Gabriel Jesus, who's a left-back temporarily. Found Martinelli. Martinelli on him. Martinelli's done well to hold the ball, but you need to bring someone in. He didn't. Not even I know what he's doing. He's passed the ball to Kai Havertz. Jesus. Zinchenko. Oh, come on, Zinny. Zinny just, I don't know what skill that was. That was lit. Odegaard. Or was it handball? Ref? Ain't got nothing to say. Saliba's found White. Saka. Patient build-up play from us here, people. We're recycling it well, but we need to ask some questions. Oh, that's a lovely pass from Odegaard. Saka. Martinelli. You got a bag there, fella. I remember you did something similar against City. Martin Odegaard, take a bow for that pass. A number of times, Martin Odegaard has played a vast array of sexy passes. And I don't even know what you define that pass as from Odegaard, but it was fantastic into Saka. Saka squared it for Martinelli. Martinelli puts that home. It's 3 goals. To be fair, I might be doing a bit of injustice. It does look like a bit of good defending from the Brighton lad, but it's these chances, man. If we're not going to get on the score sheet, when are we? Nonetheless, play continues. Oh, we've won it back here. Havertz, come on. Odegaard, we got to score. Odegaard, please. No! Go for the goal, lad. Need to take one of these chances. Come on, lads, man. Pass the ball as well. Why is there 2 balls on the pitch? Odegaard putting on a clinic at times, man. Couple of occasions, the left-hand side has woken up for us. But it's mainly like if we was gambling, I think the goal comes from our right-hand side. Benjamin White, oh, that was horrible. All the way over. That's our throw-in. The lads kept it on, but he's giving it straight to us. Martinelli. It's not a handball. It's cannoned off the back of a Brighton man's head. Can we get one before half-time, ref? That's a soft free kick to give away. It's a necessary one from Brighton, but yeah. Need a striker with a killer instinct, ruthless in front of goal. We have to take these chances. Sexy pass don't mean anything if the ball isn't in the net. Not taking chances, and that's the thing. Goals win games. We're messing about. If I'm honest with you, we need to take these chances. If I'm honest, Saka, Gabriel, Odegaard should have a goal or an assist. Odegaard's really up for this. This is why I've got all the time in the world for Martin Odegaard. Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka. Still think we're not getting on to Milner enough, man. You've let him off too much, Saka, man. Bukayo Saka. Benjamin White. Jesus. Go on, come on. Find someone. Odegaard. It's all tight. And in front. Odegaard's down for the cause today, man. It's not raining, it's at the Emirates. You know what Odegaard's turning up. Martinelli. Takes on his man. Gets past his man. Head up, though. That's ours, ref. To be fair, that's poor from Martinelli. Good defending from the young Brighton lad. Question, if we get Ivan Toney in January or only get Osimhen in the summer or a shot at Mbappe, what do you choose? Big love, DG. Well, I'd say Osimhen first because you actually said in your question, get Osimhen. I would love a shot at Mbappe, but shot doesn't mean you get him. It just means you're talking. And then Toney out of that would be last. But I'd be happy with either one, man. Really and truly. And it feels like Toney's one of the more attainable players out of the strikers because he's got 18 months left on his deal. Got new agents. Don't know if he's going to sign a new deal. If he does, he could sign one with a release clause similar to what they're saying is going to happen with Osimhen. But we've done all right. We've pressed well. We played with intensity. I can't say a single player hasn't turned up today. But as you're all kind of saying, we need to take chances. Goals win games. We ain't put one in the back of the net yet. Ferguson's done poor. And the thing is, you don't want to get into half-time with this because you don't want the Zerbi to have an opportunity to talk to his team. 10 minutes to go in that regards. Declan Rice. Kai Havertz. Jesus. Zinchenko. Could have backed Jesus there and give it back to him, but it's here with Saliba. What's White going to do? Saka. At some point, Milner's going to have to take one for the team. Saka's done well to find Rice. You're by yourself, Rice, though. He's tried to be cheeky, but he has earned the throw-in for us. Saka needs to be roasting Father Christmas. Harsh, man. But yeah, I agree. You need to ask some real questions. Getting off too easy. Benjamin White to Saka. Man on. Doesn't care. Saka glides past him like he's not there. Lovely hold-up play from Saka. He gives it to big Gabriel. I think you could get on the ball for us a bit more. I'd rather you just focus on defending because Brighton have those players that can ask questions. Ouch. Ouch. But you're getting the point. Oh, cramps. I'm still here, folks. Oh, that hurts. Martinelli. Hey. Oh, my gosh. Oh, hamstring. Benjamin White. Oh, my days. Bukayo Saka. I'm going through the walls for you lot, you know. Bukayo Saka's down this right-hand side. Odegaard. But it's been the same old, man. It's nice. It's pretty. It's in front. There's the occasional chance, but we need to score. That's all I want to see. Benjamin White. Odegaard. Got Havertz, Saka, Jesus, all to aim for. First time Odegaard's dilly-dallied on the ball, and it's good defending from Brighton to retrieve the ball. They've tried to clear it, but straight to a red shirt. Saliba. Slightly, that was poor. Odegaard, man on. Does well. Havertz. Don't fancy hitting the screen, or Havertz. Zinchenko galloping for ref. Yellow card. Got none of that. Got none of that, ref. Our free kick's been taken quickly. I knew the ref wouldn't go for it. Saka's starting to become a monster. He's starting to get evil, visibly frustrated, and I don't mind that from Zinchenko as well. Vexed with the ref. He took it quickly. What was the beef? And how many, ref, as well? That's not the first time Zinchenko's been fouled today. Oh, so when we've retaken the free kick and we sold ourselves short, Benjamin White had to make a foul. You didn't book Milner. You didn't book Milner. You didn't book Milner. It's either they both get booked. And that is a yellow card for Benjamin White. But where's the consistency, geezer? He had to take it. And that all come from a silly free kick. And he should be annoyed with his teammates, to be fair. Benjamin White had to do that. That was dead from Zinchenko. He was going to get in a foot race. Now there's a bit of a worry because the only thing more scary than your fullback having to defend against Mitoma is your fullback being on a yellow card having to defend against Mitoma. Where's the equality, ref? Let Milner get away with murder. Yeah, it was a cynical foul. You had to book him. I don't disagree, but like, come on. Chances need to be taken. It is a yellow, but there's just no consistency. DG, who would you prefer, Neto or Elise? Neto, but I'd rather buy Elise. I think he's wavy. He could play a couple roles. So can Neto. But I think Neto's more likely to do, at this moment in time, that match-winning stuff consistently. But I like Elise as a footballer, so I'd probably pick him. Zinchenko. Come on, Martinelli. Head up. Martinelli, head up. Bro, you're running into the... Havertz, bang it. What are we waiting for? What the hell are we stalling for? Oh, Martinelli needs to do a lot better. His head is down like a headless chicken, and then it's just ultimately come to nothing. I think everyone was waiting for Havertz to pull the trigger. Come on, Martinelli, man. 2 incidences there. Great play by Zinchenko and Odegaard, if I'm completely honest with you. Martinelli's done so well to run off the ball. He's got his head down. The keeper saved it, but you expect him to. Havertz, I don't know what that was. And it's come to nothing. Brighton are going to make us pay for this if we don't make them pay. Good ball into Zinchenko. That's a corner, ref. Zinchenko's on his passive merchant bag today. I'm on it. Gas up the fence. Come on, boys, man. Don't let it be 0-0 at half-time, man. Because it's a different game in the second half. The Zerbi can't be happy with what he's seen so far. Not that Brighton have been poor. He's on the passion hype. End product's been beyond meaty. Yeah, at least Martinelli's running that place. But, bro, head up, man. Saka's been running that place. Corner kick by Martinelli. Rice has got under it. The atmosphere at the Emirates has been consistently poor over these last 3 fixtures. Hey, big up all the match-going fans. Ben White's been poor since his return from injury. To be fair, I think of late, this is one of his better games. Let me see that again. Martinelli, I think Martinelli's in the wrong because his head's down, man. You got the beating of the fullback. And when you've looked up, obviously, not to take anything away from the Brighton keeper, but like there's no surface area. Of course, it's going to hit him. It felt like there was a slight pause by Havertz, but it's good defending from Brighton. Ref, how long, man? Taking forever. Taking forever to take these, ref. Saka's got Milner to run at. Bro, he needs to run at him. I think he's being too nice now. They've gone forward and gone long, actually, for once. Saliba wins the header. Big Gabriel. Whoa. Declan Rice body. Declan Rice was sold very short there, if I'm completely honest. Ferguson, has he kept it on? No. Come on, boys. Keep the standards, man. Keep the standards. Should be 3-0. Bro, we should have had a couple. The game should be put to bed. And for us to get to the next level, that's what we've got to bring into our game. Being killers, killing games. Getting one. Yes, but whatever. And I think it's, as I said, like when you look back in August, from August up until a point, it felt like we were good defensively and we were good in the middle third, but we just weren't creating chances. I think of late, we've kind of slipped from our high defensive standards, but we have been able to break down low blocks. But an issue of ours is just converting these chances. That's what really cost us against Aston Villa, if we don't talk about other things. I hope it doesn't cost us today. Assuming the scoreline stays this way, we've dropped 2 points that we don't need to drop. Only thing I would say with the boys is just take the chances, man. Everything else other than that, you've been good. It's a bit like Newcastle and Villa. For all the hype, sorry, people. For there be that half-time coffee is definitely going to slap. For all the hype we gave Villa and Newcastle, I think Arsenal, with that, kind of dominated the game. Obviously, I'd rather trade places. Brighton are a fantastic team. You know, there hasn't really been, they can scare you, but there hasn't been scary moments. I'm quite impressed with how we started. But as we keep saying, goals, we've been creating. It's now time to convert. I think Havertz maybe could have done better. Big Gabby, could you have done better with your header? Saka's had a shot. Ref, that's a yellow card. Ref, that's a cynical foul, just like Benjamin White. But then when my manager sits there and says that things are going mad, you're doing crazy things, and he's having to go and defend himself with PGMO. Lines, even, bro, look how you're making Saka mad. He's a good guy, he goes church. Saka, all he does is smile. Look how vexed you're making him. You know you're doing something wrong. Now you've booked him. Kind of nonsense. And how many from Milner as well? Come on, man. All we want is a bit of consistency, you know. A bit of consistency. And Arteta's been carded. You see how they gaslight my manager? He's not allowed to show emotion. He's not allowed to celebrate. He's not allowed to voice his opinion. He's not left his technical area. Look at me. I gave Arteta a yellow card. Arteta, you're definitely popping in these referees' group chats, man. I don't know what you did. I don't know whose misses you've been dealing with, but you've hurt someone, man. You really have. David Raya, you've hurt someone. You've hurt PGMOL. You've hurt somebody because they're onto you for too much. Gabriel Jesus. Anyways, Saka's been sold short there. And Brighton have it back. Yeah, it was an absolute joke. I watched the Man City game and Pep did more than just Arteta. Than Arteta did no yellow. There's one rule for Arsenal and 20 rules for other people, man. I've come to accept it, whether it's right or wrong. But I don't know why the gaffer's been booked. Has James Milner been booked? Anything you do, ref, is redundant until you book him. You need to keep your emotions in check as a manager. But what has he done that hasn't been keeping his emotions? And you show me, I'm not saying you're saying this, Michael, but you show me a manager, regardless of if they're like Wenger, where they would just not say anything, or passionate like Conte. Like, who's just gonna sit there? Wenger was very not vocal like that, but he was animated. How can you not be animated? Your job is on the line, you're focused on things, there's high margins, but you have to show passion. But you are right. To a degree, he has to. Brentford are beating Aston Villa, allegedly. Big up, John. I'll tell you, he's not becoming a target. He is a target. He is a target. It's ridiculous. Benjamin White, Declan Rice, let's focus with this game. 4-0 Arsenal. We got to get our shooting boots on. You know, I think right now I'd be happy if we could just find the back of the net once. I think we deserve it. But at the same time, do we? If we've been not really the best in the final third. Martinelli. His pass has found Saka. That's a good knock, that. Bukayo Saka. Come on, man. Let's end this half on a high. Bukayo Saka, not the best from him. Oh, sent one dream. Keeper's done well to come off his line. Saka, I like this. You're becoming the villain, man. You're becoming the villain. He's going to go to the next level. There'll be 4 minutes of added on time, and it's still 0-0. Tired of watching teams try and walk it into the net. Sometimes just buy a raffle ticket and pull the trigger. The worst is we create so much chances, but the Brighton keeper hasn't had to make any amazing saves. And that's the thing. Odegaard sent someone shot, not for the first time today. He's found Bukayo Saka. What can Saka do? Odegaard hit it. He has. Oh, that's great defending from the Brighton lad. I hope he's not concussed or anything, but he took that one like a real G. And it's here with Gabriel Jesus. Good defending from Brighton, really. Declan Rice. Zinchenko. Refs need to be consistent. Comment on the live stream. We got to will that one, man. But are we ever going to get that consistency? No. Benjamin White. Odegaard. Odegaard, you've been on it today for me. Bukayo Saka. Odegaard. What a wonderful footballer, man. Kai Havertz. That's a lovely dummy. Jesus hit it. Oh, Jesus, could you take a tumble? Good play there. That's got to be a corner, though. No? Good play there. Swear. Havertz, I never knew you had that in your locker. Saka and Odegaard, you just feel like something's going to happen. Dunk, great bit of defending. Don't think he knows too much about it. Okay, I don't actually think Havertz meant to dummy it like that, but it still happened. Have we been given a corner? I think so. Come on, boys, make it count, man. It's only right. We deserve this. Ref, look at the hands. Boys, take a tumble, man. You never know VAR. Take a tumble. It's got to be something good, though. Are we going to play it short? Martinelli delivers. Food and drink for the Brighton man. Odegaard's plucked it out of the sky. Lovely footballer, man. Why can't you be like this every week, Odegaard? Martinelli, Jesus. It's back here with Odegaard. It's here to Martinelli. Hit it. Hit it. There's too much foreplay, not enough penetration, boys. We're trying to line up the most perfect shot. Saka's funded it over the bar. Come on, boys, man. Couple of incidences where it's like the opening's there and we're trying to size it up and size it up and size it up and size it up. And by then, Brighton, you know, someone like Lewis Dunk, I'm sure he'll throw his nan in front of the ball. What's this? Is that someone's shin pad? Tiny shin pad. It's a toddler's shin pad. Whose shin pad is that? Oh, the young Hazelwood. Bro, you got to be careful in today. You know, Sunday League, I don't advocate them because at least Prem, people are not going to 2-foot you. Sunday League, them shin pads are crazy. Ivan Ferguson, to be fair, I feel sorry for him, really. Saliba made a mess of that. I like Ferguson. He's tenacious, man. Pascal Gross. Boys, let's not make this a more difficult game than it needs to be, please. Yo, Raya. Okay, we won't talk too much on that. It's cool, Raya. Looked like a cross that was easy to deal with first time around. Obviously, Raya manages to pattern up, but what was that about, lad? Yo, it's all calm. But that did scare me a little bit. It's cool. It's cool. That was scary still. Martinelli needs to hit it. That's fine. Let him show how inconsistent some of these refs are. We've seen a few Brighton players sent to the shot, but nothing to show for it. There you have it, man. They're going to target him because he hasn't backed down from his comments and beat the kid. Saka! Oh, he's hit over. Keep going, boys. It's not looking like we're going to get a goal before the end of the first half, innit? But you, Mr. Martin Odegaard, you look down for the cause today. Saka, you look on it. Everyone does, but it starts and ends at like the keeper's not had too much to do. He's been equal to everything that's been required of him, but I hardly think the keeper's going to sit there and go, oh, bloody hell, you know, that was a tough 45 minutes at the Emirates, which he should be when you've got Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Cole. We've done well. I think we've started well. We played the first 45 minutes a lot better than I thought we would, if I'm honest, but ultimately no goal to show for it. Got to be better in front of goal. That's without a doubt. But other than that, it's kind of calm, if I'm honest. 9 more likes and we've hit 200, folks. I need Saka to come back with a sleeve and neck tattoo after the Christmas break. English media not about to treat our boy like N'Golo Kante. It's so obvious now. It's laughable how biased these refs are against Arsenal. Bro, Toby, what more can we say in it? Like, you lot are seeing it, we're seeing it. I think even rival fans, like, yeah, they'll say Arsenal fans are the men and women who cry wolf, but you can't sit here and deny that there isn't evident biased at play, or just not even that. It's just taking a piss. Jesus showed us take a tumble doesn't work for us anymore. I hear that. Listen, Raya is cool. Raya is cool, man. I knew you lot would latch on to that. It's cool from Raya, man. We're going to be positive today. Raya, it didn't come to nothing, so it don't matter. I just see us losing this game only because we're ish up front. Why have 11 shots if you can't score? We are going to regret playing with our food. I can't lie. Saka's unlucky. We are mediocre today. That's harsh. I don't think we've been mediocre today. I just think we've picked up where we've left off against Aston Villa in that we're not putting the ball in the back of the net. You know, they say the hardest thing in life is, well, the hardest thing in football is, you know, to score goals. Is it time to worry? 1 goal in the last 225 minutes of football. I ain't going to worry yet, but I do think, not that what we've done in the first half is irrelevant, but I think Brighton are going to have a chance to sit in now. Their manager's going to let them know exactly how he feels, what he wants to see. He's probably going to tweak things, and it'll be a different second half. People are saying we need a striker for goals. Saka and Martinelli have been poor at finishing recently. Defense shapers look good. Yeah, I don't think we've been poor. But the thing we need to do is put the ball in the back of the net. Yo, DG, these refs aren't even hiding it. Frustrating match so far. I would say the only thing it is frustrating not scoring, and it makes me a bit anxious. But I would say the only element of frustration I have with this game right now is the refereeing. Like, I don't want to start waffling about referees and keep talking, but I mean, it's ridiculous. You know, has Milner been booked? I don't think so. Why Arteta's booked? I don't know. And several Brighton players are leaving things late. Like, people are running past them, they're elbowing. And listen, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm not saying they shouldn't do that. In an ideal world, you shouldn't, but this is football. But they're going unchecked. It's ridiculous. As I'd say, the one benefit I do feel when we've played these bigger teams or teams that are good, I haven't really seen, and it's still early doors, I haven't really seen the Brighton that we see in the Premier League. Like, I didn't see the Newcastle or the Villa game. But we need to put the ball in the back of the net, man. We've had 15 shots, 3 on target. So we are showing we can break down defensive units, but we're not scoring. We had 3 corners. Brighton have had no shots and none on target. And they're still in the game. So we need to do what we did in the first half and better. As simple as that. Or we can't sit here and complain if we don't get what we want. So, yeah, man, hopefully it's a lot better. I'd like us to cross the ball more, back post. I hear that, but it's food and drink for them Brighton defenders. Dunk's eating everything in the air. Like, if anything, surely it's got to be those whipped balls across the floor. Havertz can make a late run and you never know, could put his head on it. Big Gabriel did technically hit a shot on target with a tame header. But I don't really feel airily we're going to get much change today. Jesus has less goals than Jackson, Richarlison, and Palmer. They're in worse teams. But hey, this isn't the same Brighton from last year. Hopefully not. because they could turn it on in the second half. They carded Arteta because he walked free. Of course. Not very good, DG. Zero chemistry on the left-hand side. How was the first half? I think we started off very sharp. I don't feel we've created enough chances. I think I have seen on occasion, you know, Zinchenko is in the game. Martinelli comes to life. Jesus the same. But I think the bread and butter, or where for me anyways, it looks like a goal's going to come is our right-hand side. I think Benjamin White's got forward in a decent way. I think Saka's on it today. I think Odegaard would probably be the one I would say is head and shoulders above his teammates, if I'm honest. Shout out to Gabriel and Saliba because they haven't had too much defending to do, but I feel they've been equal to everything that they've had to do. I think Ivan Ferguson's actually doing quite well off the ball, actually. So, yeah, this game is tailored for Nketiah. I don't quite know if we're in Nketiah territory yet, but he might be someone that has to come off. Marcel, I ain't hiding that, man. Allow me, man. Wear hats all the time. Allow me, man. Fashionista. Jesus is nowhere near the Brighton box. He's always out of position. But we know this with Jesus. He's not really interested in just standing in the box. And to be fair, I don't think it's a game like that. But yeah, this could be a game for Eddie because he might be on scoring. Hoping Kai can work himself into the game better. We need to spam more set pieces. The only way I think we could score. I keep saying if Odegaard ain't creating, we look out of ideas. I'm fine with Brighton being rough and not being carded if the ref is consistent and also holds the same leniency with Arsenal. But the second Ben White has done a tactical foul, so yellow card. And that's the weird thing. Like, I do think Ben White, that is a yellow card. It's a cynical one. But it's kind of redundant when you haven't given Milner a card. It don't mean nothing to me because Milner should be on a yellow. Havertz hasn't really got into the game. Yeah, he's been a bit of a passenger today. Jesus needs more or less of the midfield thing and bulky defenders and hold-up play. Midfield is strong enough without him for this game. You say that, but who knows, man? This might be our best performance in the league if the finishing weren't so poor. Jesus has a lack of composure around the area. I just hope Trossard comes on and we score. We need this win and got GD increase. It's 3 points first, man. It's going to be hilarious if Arsenal are the only Premier League club, including Luton, Burnley and Sheffield United, who failed to score against Brighton in a Premier League game. I mean, it probably will be, but I need a goal by guy, man. I hope that's not the case. Never forget this Raya guy needs to go. We need a better keeper. Allow him, man. Martinelli and Saka should switch sides. Martinelli would cook 37-year-old Milner. Kudus is looking lit. It's sad we didn't get him. Kudus, Milner, Diaby or Villa, you know, these would have been good additions at the carpet, man. Would have been good additions. Eddie is poor off the bench, which is annoying. Otherwise, this is where you would want him to have an impact. It's true, and definitely of late, but there's also been times he's quote-unquote changed the game for us, man. Kudus is lit, man. West Ham hit the jackpot, and I swear he weren't that expensive. Odegaard would really suit the most in deep role. I like Odegaard, man. But he seems to be the one, really. I mean, it's written in the stars that Welbeck comes on, man. Shout out the Swedish fans. DRB for Villa would be amazing for us. I think people are being harsh on Raya. The ball was actually pretty high and he done well to get his fingers to it. It was a dodgy moment by Raya, but I'll allow him in it. It didn't come to anything. Trust. Kudus would have been lit. But why did everyone take a pass on him? Obviously, it's West Ham's game, but why did everyone take a pass? 0-0 talking about increasing our goal difference is crazy. This ain't Luton, bro. Like, we just need to nick the 3 points, bro. Just get the 3 points. Not even nick them. Just do what we need to do. We've been letting ourselves down. Let me go and get some halftime refreshments, people. But on the topic of end product, it's vital that we see how it's really done in the final third. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back in a second.
Against this right back, Charlie.
Oh. Hey, hope you lot didn't miss me too much. I'm back, folks. I'm back. Shout out to you lot. And why the hell is my alarm going off at 3 o'clock? Sorry about that. You lot probably been hearing that. Doing a madness. Probably have. Back again. So yeah, how do you lot feel about the game? What happened to the mic as well? It's annoying. Nonetheless, we're back. What else have we said? That Odegaard through ball to Saka, one of the passes of the season. That was a lovely pass, but if you lot remember, like early on in the game, like he scooped it up from the base, the ball of his foot, he scooped it over someone's head for Saka. I'd say that one was lit. Smith Rowe back into there, I feel it in my soul. I'm here for it. It might be Reece Nelson and Smith Rowe time. Really and truly. I want to see a new formation, maybe 2 up top. I hear that. Raya has the biggest gloves in Premier League history. Back to trying to walk the ball in. Diaby would offer different from Saka and would help our attack. Just about having a collective, strong base of players, man. We've been balling out. Just keep doing the same thing and the goals will come out. So, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong and you're not. But that didn't happen against Aston Villa. Like, it did feel like the goals were pending. Half time is soon back. Well, the game's soon back upon us, man. Yeah, man. It's wild how that never gets old. I love that. That needs to be shown at my funeral. I can't lie. Boy, shout out to me. We're basically playing 2 up top with Jesus and Havertz already. Bro, I was looking for my phone like crazy. It's literally midnight. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I don't. You know what? I've never gone to sleep, but I don't know why I have an alarm set for 3 p.m. I really don't. So yeah, sorry for you lot having to put up with that. All I'll say is we need to score first, otherwise we've lost all momentum. Allow it, man. Allow it, man. Allow it. Allow it, man. All right, big up you lot, man. That must have been going off for time. Like, I was gone for a minute. Apologies, man. I've seen better bangers from primary school ballers. Well, what you doing watching primary school ballers, though? Like, you're not a scout. You doing watching youths in primary school goals and that? Hey, Marcel, that might have been something you should have kept to yourself. You walked right into it. You see, you come look, you tried it. See, you walked right into that. Hudson-Odoi decision-making levels. Maybe Jadon Sancho as well. Like, final third, lacking all season. Man, don't finish the feed. Think we just ain't got the killers, man. We ain't got the killers, man. Martinelli needs to get the ball more. 20 goal assists last season for a reason. It's true. Big up Marcel, that's my guy though. But with Martinelli, I still think it's a decision-making thing. Like, even towards the end of the game, of the first half, like, he's gone, oh, big up Jorginho's looking drippy and that hoodie's lit. I ain't even going to look online because I can't buy that. But it's lit anyways. He's got his head down. And I think Martinelli's been disappointing in that regards because he seemed like it was getting better, really. What's the game saying? I think it's quite good. We're just not scoring. Would like to see Kai have a bit more from Kai Havertz. Want to see more from the left-hand side generally, actually. I think Zinchenko's coming to it on occasion. Martinelli the same. Underlining factor is a bit like Villa, put the ball in the back of the net. The fact that we've had 15 shots, 3 on target, which shows that we need to be better. But we've had 15 shots. They've had none on target and none. I do think Brighton grew into the game as it went on. But kill the games, man. Kill the games. It's simple. Goals change games. How, like, don't make it be dramatic. You know, we've seen, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but how many times have you seen in the Prem, a team has all possession, all of these sort of things. That team, which would be Brighton, get one chance, they score. It's a completely different affair, which we can't allow to be today. I hear you about like a killer striker would not go amiss, but Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, everyone apart from Big Gabby, man, say Gabby, because you're not an attacking player. You've all got to be good in the final third. You've all got to be, like, to get to the next level. You all play in the final third. Anyways, the second half has kicked off, folks. If you haven't hit the like button, you know exactly what to do. We're watching Liverpool versus Man United after this, and yeah, big up you lot, man. It's a pleasure to be here with you lot. I wonder what is his release clause at West Ham. But once you get these guys like Kuduses and that, it comes down to what you negotiate. I'm pretty sure if you've got an exciting player outside the top 6 clubs, you just scream 100 million, and then it's down to the buying club to try and hustle, and that's the ending figure. Look at the premium, man. Early 2000s, you're not getting these guys for these crazy fees consistently. Like Sigurdsson was bought for 50 million by Everton. It's crazy where football's going, because it's not necessarily talent relative to the price now. Saliba, Martinelli just need to finish chances. I think we are creating the chances but not finishing it. The N16, I literally just said that, innit? Like, there we have it. Oh, good pressing there, but we just couldn't nick it. It will be a goal kick for Brighton. I have to respect the fact that they're continuing to play this way. Street saying Martinelli is the favela Rashford. I'm sick. I like Rashford, so we'll have that, man. But we all know that's as an insult. Ref, how long's these goal kicks taking? Come on, ref. It's all day. Curry got finished cooking by the time these lot take them, man. And they played into problems. Martinelli, the touch weren't really there. Odegaard, hit it. Can't find Saka. Dive, bro. Boys, come on. Come on. Saka, he's calm. Forget Milner. Saka, you're too much of a nice guy. Milner tried to chop you in two and you're seeing if he's all right. Forget him. I need to see you be a villain. Forget him. He's tough, man. He's a big lad. You're not a physio. Play to the whistle, man. He tried to write you off. Even then, he tried to snake you as well. You see what happens in life when you try to do people dirty, you do yourself dirty. That's why you should have a clean heart. Odegaard, Saka. It's ricocheted off Saka, and that's a goal kick. Come on, boys. We've started the second half how we left the first, but just need a one bit of quality, man. Jorginho has a foot problem. There you have it. This is why we need a midfielder or two. Big up Kai Havertz for turning his form around in that, but I don't believe in our depth in midfield, and I'm a bit scared defensively. This is one of the reasons where we might fall short. That's a good ball from Brighton playing out from the back. Lovely Declan Rice. A no foul ref. Come on. If Odegaard is weighting you, you really need to go, Jim. It's not a foul, ref. Come on. Lovely Odegaard. But if I was nitpicking even there, I want to see us do a bit better there. Naturally, this second half is going to be very different from the first in a sense that naturally both teams are going to get a bit tired. There's going to probably be a bit more space. Obviously, with every minute that goes, it's not that we're getting nervous, but you're thinking, right, is the goal really coming? Remember, Kudus didn't go to Brighton because he wanted a release clause inserted. Could be the reason, DG. It could be. You know what? In that case, you're right. Oh, Kudus at Brighton would have been a naughty signing. No foul, ref, no foul. There's a foul off the ball. We haven't, pardon me, done the best defensively here. Zinchenko doing Zinchenko things in the defensive third. Brighton in possession. We can't count our chickens yet. Any team with the Matomas and this guy and that guy, you fall off his peak. Oh, Gabriel gets his head to it. Declan Rice gets the second. Martinelli body. Havertz, get your body there. Lovely. Declan Rice drive with it, but he's going to drive with it. And where's his option? Oh, Declan Rice. I'm ready to be shameless. I've never seen a midfielder do that in the Premier in about 10 years. Ultimately, it came to nothing. And Brighton have possession. Come on, boys. Come on. Press together. Matoma don't want it. What do I know? Of course he wants it. They've got out of that. And Lewis Dunk ensures exactly that. Credit to Brighton, man. Really must do better with what we create. I think we're all sounding like parrots. Like we're all saying the same things. We all agree with the same thing. And I wholeheartedly agree in that. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to, man. We need to finish our dinner. I don't think it's fair to say that's been a long-term thing at Arsenal, but of recent, based on the Villa game, this is, issues. 218 likes. If you've smashed the like button, appreciate that. Can we try and get as close to 300 as possible? So let's keep it going. Brighton in possession once again. Is Timber back in jam? We'd hope so, but I personally write him off for the season. You never know. There are some rumours that are optimistic that he'll be back to play some part around March, April. But it all depends on how he rehabilitates. And I'm no physio guy, but normally when these players are out with ACL issues, there's normally minor setbacks, and then they normally start picking up other things. I think so, but I'm watching it on the stream, so I don't know about real time. But yeah, Martinelli, I can't lie, there's going to be a reggae comp loading if you're going to be moving like this. Football Twitter is undefeated, man. What about taking Martinelli off and bringing on Trossard? Yeah, naturally could do that. I'd be exploring. Is there a way? Like, I mean, Kai Havertz gives you a physical threat and a goal scoring threat, but is there a way to keep Martinelli on and bring on an Eddie or a Trossard? Because you want your guys that are more likely to score. But then again, at the same time, Havertz has a knack of that, and I don't think we can gamble yet. And if Martinelli, Saka's going to play 90 minutes. Martinelli, he might have 10 more minutes or so. Martinelli puts a ball into the box. Saka keeps it alive. He's done very well there. Ultimately, we've lost it. We've pressed high again, but Brighton are very good at evading this. Very good at playing out from the back, even when we're pressing in numbers. And it looks like we might nick it. The keeper's spilt it to Rice. Saka, please. Bit of quality. Saka, Odegaard. Oh, bang it. Oh, swear down. Didn't even have time to think. Couple shaky moments from Brighton that we need to capitalize on this. Brighton, couple shaky moments playing out from the back. I mean, naturally, that's going to happen. But still, I'm moving like I can't type. We've got to make these things count, man. We've got to make these things count. And you frozen, which is nice. Come on, boys. On my screen, Saka to take this corner. Come on, let's make it count. Deliver. That's a decent knock. Yeah. Yes! Gabriel Jesus, goal. Jesus, goal. Hey, Brazil. We never really see Gabriel Jesus goals. We have today. On the Lord's Day. Jesus answers. Saka assist, shameless in my FPL. And now we finally taken advantage of a mishap from Brighton. The build up to that corner, they played with fire and they got burnt. They were getting caught. Good corner. It's actually good. Jesus has snuck round the back post. Little man's gone undetected and headed it into an empty net. Keeper, I don't know what you're doing. I shouldn't even celebrate because somehow VAR will rule that out. You shouldn't get excited in this life. Don't think there's anything wrong with that. Don't care who scores, how we score, it's that we score. And we need to be wary because Brighton are going to hit back now. It fully is game on, but we've drawn first blood. Probably come about 10 years too late for what us Arsenal fans would like, but we got there in the end and it's set piece FC settings. Let's go. Brazil. Let's go. How many you got this season, Jesus, man? I don't know, but it feels like you need 17 more. There we go, man. There we go. What happened to Martinelli and Zinchenko connection? It's been dead for a while now. I don't have a clue, man. Bro, if Odegaard doesn't shoot with his right foot, he needs to donate a week's wages to the hood. No left foot dons want to use their right foot. They're going to punish us. They might, but we need to keep going. We finally have liftoff. About time, 100%. Now we just need to keep calm, try and get a second. Let's just not shoot ourselves in the foot. Oh, Matoma's in it. Oh, Saliba. I'm always panicky when people slide in the box, but Arsenal fans, we need to get that one circulating on Twitter. That was a glorious tackle from Saliba. I'm on the counter attack. Havertz, come on. Havertz, that's behind Martinelli. That's poor from you, Havertz. Martinelli's got a lot to do. Burn him, man. Martinelli, come on. Skips past him. What was that? To be fair with you, someone's got to be gambling. I think he's put it into a nice area. Brighton are a bit scared of us. I don't know why, and I don't care. But let's make this count. That whole counter attack, if I'm honest, we should have done a bit better. I actually think Martinelli's put that ball into a dangerous area. I don't think he's tried to. In fact, tell a lie, he's looked across. We're ramping, man. We've had a couple of chances. Boy. Nah, don't park the bus yet, man. Parking the bus is silly. Just keep doing what we're doing, man. Literally just keep doing what we're doing. Can we get another one? Saka, can we scumbag another assist? Right, don't freeze. You are giving me a bag of chefs. I can't wait till Arsenal's back on TV, man. Oh, what's going on here? Couldn't even tell you what happened, mate. Oh, I've come back and the shot's whistled wide. All right. Once again, Arteta's on a yellow. Wonder if he's gonna get a second yellow for celebrating a second. Again, can't sleep on Brighton for a second, but I think this performance deserves a second or a third. I mean, 3-0 would be great, and we've pressed and won it high again. Odegaard's taking off Declan Rice. Declan Rice a bit peed off. I can't lie, Declan, I hear you, but for today, the way Odegaard's moving, he can do that. Jesus, Martinelli, he's tried to bend in an effort. It's not really done much. Big Gabriel can't win it, but Zinchenko mops up. Come on, boys. Just keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. The sun is shining. In fact, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but still, come on. Come on. Raya, be nice to see us get some clean sheets. Gabriel Jesus. This guy's everything but a striker. I love him, man. Everything but a striker like that. And he scored, to be honest. Oh, David Raya, yo, stay and go, man. He's tried to ping it to Havertz. To be fair, I thought Havertz fouled his man off the ball. I ain't gonna lie. Passing needs to be cleaned up. A man can't wear a hat again, man. Damn, no, I'm still a brown skin darling. I'm just wearing a hat, man. It matches the thing. Allow me, man. Allow it. Don't bend this week, though. Once you lot see the out, well, you know when I cut my hair, I do hell more. We do a lot more videos, but allow it. Brighton on the attack, though. They might wipe the smile off my face. It's Matoma up against Benjamin White. A lovely give and go. He's found his left back. Saliba send it. Saliba wins the header. Declan Rice asks for it. Saka doesn't oblige. And between Saka, hey, somebody has sniped, just as I was about to say it, somebody sniped Saka because it looked like there'd be an attacking move and he's just lost his footing. Jesus dropped so deep. I just accept him for what he is. You know, I do think there's benefits to doing that for us, but this is Jesus, isn't it? You're not going to become a killer. It'd be nice if Jesus could just get more goals, though. I think a part of it is his finishing. I don't think he's a natural finisher. I don't have any evidence of this, but I think strikers are born. I think Jesus was born to play football, not necessarily score. And I think a part of it is just his finishing. He makes the difficult finishes easy and the easy ones hard. And, to be a striker getting 20-odd goals, the majority of goals are not going to be glamorous. They're going to be a bit like what you just saw from the corner. But I think a lot of it is down to he's not in the area, innit? DG, who's better, Jesus or Firmino? Well, Firmino's over there in Saudi, but I can't lie, Firmino's sick as well, man. And as an Arsenal fan, I've seen him do way too much stuff to my football club that he should never have done. So I'm going to say Jesus just because of PTSD, but it is Firmino. Firmino in his prime, yeah. I think it's close, though. I think they're kind of the same player, but I think Firmino's a lot more creative. In fact, a lot's an exaggeration, but yeah, man. And Firmino loves a goal in a big game, even though he's not prolific. That's the one thing I'll give it to you, Firmino. But you don't know I support Brazil, man, so it's calm. Jesus not even that good form. I think he's been all right. I think there's gears to go up, but I'm not expecting Jesus to ever become prolific because, like, for me anyways, once you start getting to 25, 26, and this is what you can change, but this is what you are for me now. Like, so as I said, Zinchenko, I never think you're going to be a great defender per se. Substitutions for Bournemouth. How many have they made? Lallana's coming up. No, I swear they're taking Ferguson off. I feel sorry for Ivan Ferguson today. Lallana, I haven't seen you, mate. Milner's lucky. Milner's off. But this is where it gets interesting. Subs can make the difference. João Pedro, you're in my FPL team, but obviously don't want to get points today. Who's this? Number 40. Listen, you don't even need to know who the Brighton players are. You just know they're good, innit? And it looks like they're trying to at least put up some sort of defense down the left-hand side. They've made a number of changes. What's that? 4 subs now from Brighton? Maybe 5, but they've definitely made 4, I think. Yeah. Hate to say I'm supporting that dead team at 4:30. Bozos need to clamp Liverpool players. I don't know. Milner, Ferguson are coming off. Feel sorry for Ferguson. He's not, as a striker, it's long when there's no real service for him. I don't think he's played poor, but by default, he's been out of the game. Milner, I think, had he been on a yellow and had Saka been a bit meaner, I think they would have got you out of there a long time ago. I think you've done well to get 60 minutes. We are winning 1-0, but we can't get excited just yet, people. Saliba wins the header. That's ours, ref. That's ours. That's ours. I like this. no one butchering his name, but Van Helke or whatever. You're decent at Brighton. You're just going to cost far too much, which is the big issue. Martinelli acting like he don't want to be out there. Johnny, harsh, man. I think that's harsh. I don't think that's one thing you can say about Martinelli. I think that's harsh, man. Just need to be professional, man. If we're not going to score another one, just don't concede. Just be smart with it. Martinelli. Fine, Saka. And I wouldn't say teams are respecting us and things, but I do think teams are having a newfound respect for Arsenal. I felt that with Newcastle away. I felt that with Aston Villa that's just gone. And I somewhat think it with Brighton. Not saying with the big bad Wolves, but it does feel like that. I think I woke up grouchy, my bad. Johnny, man. Cool, man. It's Sunday, man. I don't like it. Allow him, man. Hopefully he can prove you wrong. Martinelli, cook him. Puts a ball in. Come on, someone make a meal of that. It's good defending from Brighton. Zinchenko, back to Martinelli. Cook him, Martinelli, man. Delivery, that's decent, but there's not enough on it. All right, ref. Martinelli to go to the next level. That's where you've got to act like he's chopped your leg in two, you know. I mean, the Danny Welbeck thing, we all know there's a dagger to the chest ready, but that's why we probably need to score some. Passing has been atrocious. I think it's dropped slightly in the second half for me. Everyone's form apart from Rice Saliba hasn't been good enough. I think that's fair. Feel like they're the same type of player, but Firmino better in most aspects. Yeah. Martinelli. Gabriel. Have you found someone? Jesus wins the flick on. Get it down, Havertz. Thank you. Thank you. Back to Martinelli. Jesus, come on. Help him. Martinelli, don't lose it. So you lose it. Come on, bro. João Pedro. That's ours, ref. Come on, man. That was cheap. Very cheap way to lose it. Come on, boys. Keep the standards. I would screen subs, but he was there on the bench. I would like to see Smith Rowe, but I don't know how many minutes you got, and I don't know who you come on for. Would like to see Truss up. So we probably expect Eddie to come on. Straight swap for Jesus. I agree, DG. Last season, we're not respected and teams were more open against us. Now they know we're not a banter team. People respect us now. Yeah, like it just feels like teams sit back a lot more, if I'm honest. Like, definitely Aston Villa. I thought they were going to more try and I'm not criticizing it. It all worked, but yeah. You're going to need to find that immediately, man. Brighton are in possession. Lewis Dunk. Pardon me. Respectfully to Brighton and Dunk. I wonder if Dunk thinks like, yo, I must be able to get a move to a top 6 club or a team that's in Europe, like doing better than what Brighton are doing. Need another goal. Need to keep defending well as well. Matoma, he hasn't woken up all game, and these kind of players will kill you in a second. There it is. Oh, okay. Raya collects. Stop looking for offside flag, boys. Raya, that's a good throw. Martinelli dip. Martinelli's on his own. Come on, Martinelli. A bit of quality. Oh, don't do this. It's found Saka. Don't freeze it this time. It's found Saka anyways. Come on. All right, Odegaard, pass it. Oh, we're gone. Boys, Saka. Oh, the camera done me day. Oh, boys. It's probably lucky that we got our first, you know. Because it don't feel like we're going to get a second, man. This might not be the day for 3s and 4s, but we damn well should have had it. Saying that, that's probably poor from Saka, if I'm honest, watching it again, the follow-up effort. Could he have looked for a teammate? I don't know how we're not 5-0 up, but again, we ain't got a clinical striker. We're not a clinical team like that. So that's probably why. And I'm not criticizing us, but I just think the one thing I don't want to see is Brighton at some point have to think, F it, let's go for it now. They seem a bit shook, definitely in the second half. At some point, they're going to have nothing to lose. Like, we're going home with nothing anyways. Let's have a go at this. If you haven't smashed the like button, you know what to do. We've got 2-3-2. That's amazing. Can we push towards 300? 19 shots to 1 on Brighton. It's true, but sometimes you can get away with things like this. Yo, Saliba, that was crazy. That was crazy. David Raya, my man, is never on being on his line, but it's cool. Boys, keep switched on, man. And this is why, for me, we need to dip into the market. Like January, imagine we had another centre-back or left-back or centre midfielder to pick from. Bring on some fresh legs. Oh, come on. What's going on? Players stop for this Brighton you on the floor. What happened to you? Nothing happened to him. You're good, man. What happened to him? Bro, nothing happened to you, man. You're good, man. He didn't even want to come off the bench. See? Zerbi, you might have to sell him in Jan. I ain't gonna lie, he was caught, but still. Who's our most clinical striker in the Emirates era? Well, I would say of recent, it's either Aubameyang or when Alexis Sanchez went as a false nine, innit? If that counts. David Raya. Big Gabriel. Come on, boys. You lot have been, there's been no major mistakes defensively. Long may it continue. Martinelli, Kai Havertz, that's a good ball. Man on Odegaard. He's fouled Martinelli. Release it. Oh, Saka was on his bike. He's still on his bike. Martinelli, bring someone. You know what? You've done well to find Jesus. But that weren't the best of passes. Jesus. First time into Zinni. Look at that run from Havertz. Do it, Zinni. Took too long. And for what it's worth, Martinelli, that was also a good run from you. Van Persie, how could I forget? Such is life. Yeah, man. Football moves fast. Completely erased him from my mind. Zinni could be in here. Don't pass it. Fullback Union. Ref, there's a handball there. Odegaard. Wondergaard. It's blocked. I think it hit my man in his crutches. Crown jewels, his peak. That's defending. That death for her dunk. Boy, man put his balls on his line for his team. He's crazy. That is crazy. That death for her. That's one of the worst feelings in life, actually. It feels like you're going to be sick. But Dunk's committed, man. Boy, that's going to hurt. Or did it hit him in his lower belly? Either way, that looked like that hurt. And to be fair, Dunk deserves to take as much time as he needs. I'll have him at Arsenal, to be honest with you. I like his mentality. I actually think he's a better player than giving credit for because he's not like a sexy player. He's not bought from Spain or Brazil or wherever. It's going to hurt, man, but that's what you want to see. Not going to lie. In today's day and age, it annoys me because for every defender that did that with Dunk, other guys are going to turn. Martinelli, that's a decent corner. Is it in? Oh, has it been cleared? No way that's been cleared off the line. Bro, it's this guy, Lewis Dunk, again. No way is he... That's fantastic defending. It should be 2-0. Actually, Benjamin White would have scored against his old club, potentially. Would it have been White? That is effing brilliant defending. Come on, Martinelli. Same again. It's not quite. In fact, it is. Brighton have dealt with that. Saliba's up there. Declan Rice is jumping. Get your body there, Rice. Don't let João Pedro win it. Declan's on the case. Tries to deliver another corner. No, it's a throw. Beast, man. This Dunk guy is possessed, man. He's possessed. This guy's an animal. Dunk is an animal. Keep going, boys, man. Keep going. Keep going. But it's moments like that you don't want to come back to haunt you. As we know, the game's going to get open. As you can see, it's down to who wants it more now, if I'm honest with you, look. Both teams are getting tired naturally. There's going to be a lot more space and the margin for error. Boy, because I don't want to criticize my team. I think we're a very improved defensive side, but we do have them elements of going to sleep. Let's hope that doesn't happen today. We don't need to force the second. If you can't score again, don't concede. And this is where I'm looking at everyone, like, regardless of what I have to say about you, a lot of you have played in high pressure states. You know, Declan Rice, Zinchenko, Jesus, even Benjamin White, Saka, now Kai Havertz for sure. You lot are professional enough to know what's at stake and don't lose this because it will feel like you've robbed yourselves. Bukayo Saka up against a new left back now after they brought on Igor. Sends him same way, Dunk ready to clamp him. The ball's been delivered. I'm not happy with that. It's not a corner. Did we get away with a corner? Did it go out? I think it did. But no one's gambling. And that's the only thing I would say is why I think Arsenal need a natural striker because someone's got to predict just to be in there. Because everybody queuing up for, look, my man under no pressure has given away a corner. They're not communicating defensively, this back five of Brighton's. That's where we need someone that lives or breathes goals, that just knows to be in that area. Come on, Martinelli, man. The last couple corners you've put in have been very good, man. Keep doing that. If you can take a tumble, you know what needs to be done. Come on, Martinelli, man. Come on. Kai Havertz, where are you? Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel. It's a decent one by Martinelli. It's punched out again. Martinelli, in terms of consistent corners, I've been very impressed because normally you're very inconsistent. This is why I don't diss my guy, my Scrapinelli. Might not be the most prettiest of footballers, but he's lit. Zinchenko fakes like he's going to pass to Martinelli. I can't lie, he sold me. Martin Odegaard. Man of the match? Dunk's lit, man. Not winning anything without depth. That's what I think it comes down to because, unfortunately, a couple of players that we're going to have to rely on, they're good for 5 or so games, but when we're looking at you to play 10 or them kind of things, you're going to let us down. And it's not even to criticize them. You just ain't got that in your locker. Martinelli and Zinchenko made a mare of that. Arteta, I think, got to think about subs. I don't know who comes on. You know, I think Nelson deserves minutes. I think he done well against PSV. Would love to see Smith Rowe, but for who, though? And it's games like this, you would love to have Tomiyasu, Timber, and Partey, even if it's a thing of seeing out the game. You'd love to be able to draw for a number 6. Oh, that's up. Oh, Benjamin White, Matoma. This is where it gets a bit scary. Matoma up against Benjamin White. Allow me, please. No foul, White. No foul. Don't ref. Don't ever. I can't believe they're looking for pen shouts there. Allow it. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard. Bro, this guy is a baller. Don't even know what Odegaard did there, but you see, this is why I'll back Odegaard. Wondergaard. Somehow he's got out of that. Truly a majestic footballer, man. One of the best technical level players we found. Saka, come on. I can't lie. Dunk has treated him like a baby. Saka looks finished as well. Dunk's behaving like a bodyguard or a bouncer. He just, you know, Saka ain't got his ID. Come out. Dealt with him. But come on, boys. This is where we need to dip into the January market, man. Obviously, Dunk won't get too much first team football, but Dunk, you're welcome at the Emirates. Come on, boys, man. Manage the game. Saka looks gassed. I mean, probably is. I mean, Matoma on that left-hand flank, they're scary scenes. He's a very scary player. Brighton, allow us, man. The only criticism I can say with 70-odd minutes is like we shouldn't only have one goal in it. We should be in a better position. It should be 3-4. But you know, when you're winning 1-0, it's nervy. So you gotta see it out. Can't win them all 3 or 4. So if you're not gonna bag, don't concede. Professionalism, man. Well in Declan Rice. Carry it, Rice. Lovely. Martinelli onto him. Martinelli, can he take on his man? Oh, just nutmeg Dunk. First time Dunk's been sold a dream, and it's here, Odegaard. We've got to finish. Man, then please. Oh, how? We're not going to bag again. We're not going to score again today. Odegaard are lucky. We're not going to score again today. How? It's one of those days. Lovely from Martinelli. Are you not entertained from the class region and the Brazilians of Martinelli? Odegaard was lining it. Has the keeper saved it? I don't know. Camera's playing games. Has Odegaard actually hit that into the ground? It's a strong hand from the keeper, to be fair. But you'd expect a Premier League keeper to do that. Nonetheless, we have a corner. 15 minutes left. It don't feel like one of them games. Martinelli, first poor corner of the day, really. He's got another opportunity to change that. It's not going to be our day to get a second in it. How have we not scored more? $16 corners. Martinelli, come on. There it is. Declan Rice squares it to Odegaard. Odegaard ain't using that right foot. Martinelli gets another opportunity. Sells his man. Delivers. Lucky Havertz. Really, you've got to really bag from there, but the standing position was terrible. I don't know how I'll be honest. I don't know how, and again, it's not the thing that Brighton are playing like they should deserve 7 to concede 7. But I don't know how we haven't scored 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 today. I really don't. It don't feel like the ball wants to go into the back of the net on another occasion. If this is enough to get the job done, then we'll move in it. But yeah, I don't know how we haven't scored more. We need to finish our dinner. What a player Odegaard is. If Vieira stayed fit and on form, boy, Kai missed an open header. Harsh, man. For all the Liverpool games, just need these men to drill finishing the entire week. I don't even want to think about Liverpool right now, man. Let's deal with West Ham and Brighton. And that's a foul there from Billy Gilmore and Jesus. Ref, you got to book him. You got to book him. He mistimed his leap. Oh, that's dangerous from Billy Gilmore. Hey, ref, oi. Ooh. That's a bit dangerous, ain't it, Billy Gilmore? I swear you couldn't play for Norwich. You're not going to be at Brighton long, lad. You're not going to make it there. They're going to sell you soon. Wasn't you meant to be the glorious Cobham guy? You're not going to make it. Brighton are going to sell you. You're not a key player for them like that. Get on to him. If we was playing Sheffield United, we would have scored 10. It looks like Danny Welbeck is coming on. Isn't that the final sub for Brighton? I mean, it's written in the script, innit? This is why I keep saying, if we can't score anymore, don't concede. Oh, Zinchenko's missed out and he's in trouble here. We've got some defending to do. Thank the Lord, Odegaard has received it. This man's been inspired today. You can't play rubbish on your birthday. It's your birthday. Jesus, lovely from Lewis. A skill on Lewis Dunk. And a no-look past the match. Dunk's been a soldier out there, but a couple of times the Brazilians have ripped him. Martinelli, come on. Martinelli, come on. Martinelli, come on. We've got to get a second now. Let's stop playing about now, man. Let's actually stop playing about now. Martinelli, I don't know what he's doing. He's a man with a plan and a man on a cause, but it's not clear what he's doing. Big Gabriel. Saliba. Gabriel. Zinchenko, come on, boys. I don't want us to rule not scoring another one. David Raya. Apart from that little dodgy hand thing, you've been all right. Raya. It's been real, Ramsdale, man. Gabriel. Has he found Martinelli? Oh, I think that's a soft free kick, but we'll have that, ref. We'll have that. You got to book him. How many has he done? Dangerous, ref, man. There's kids watching. Lovely play from Jesus. Is Dunk on the yellow? Because I feel if he isn't, then he probably might have been open to taking one there. Danny Welbeck's coming on. Is he going on Zinchenko's side? Or is he going to play on the left? I mean, Welbeck, you couldn't describe him as clinical, but he has liked to score some serious games. Brentford are down to 10 men. Allegedly, it's 1-1 between Brentford and Aston Villa. Is that on TV? Because I don't know why Brighton, this is a good game, Brighton, Arsenal. I don't know why this isn't on Sky Sports. Pardon me. West Ham Wolves. Bro, Wolves are getting rubbed out. West Ham are winning 3-0. Bro, what happened here? What happened here, Wolves? But you know what? Focus on our own job. Saliba's got some defending to do, as does Gabriel. Saliba, yo. Just about got it back to Raya, but ooh. Do we really need to... Sometimes can we just do the simple things? You lot have worked hard all week, man. This could be a good week where we didn't lose against PSV. Get 3 points here. Havertz's touch was horrible. Zinchenko's pass doesn't quite come off. It's fallen to Declan Rice. Surge and run from Declan Rice. That's actually decent. He's found Martinelli. Martinelli, look up, please. Martinelli's upped it in the second half. First half, it was more Bakayo. Martinelli squared. He's found the boy in blue. Havertz wins the header. It's here again with Martinelli. Don't think that's a foul, ref. Zinchenko. Havertz. Martinelli. 11 minutes left. Plus added on time, obviously. Big Gabriel. That's poor from him. That's us, ref. That's ours. That's very poor if it's not our throw, boys. And I don't even like seeing Mikel Arteta in his technical area, man. They're gonna send you to jail. You might as well they want you to just sit down like a little school kid and just do that. Ridiculous. Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Brazilian settings. Havertz. Well, I don't know what that was from Havertz there. He's falling on the ball. Havertz, stand in front, man. Stand in front. And it looks like we're bringing on subs. Mikel Arteta is drawing for Eddie Nketiah and Trossard. I mean, we knew Jesus was going to come off at some point. Jesus, come on, blood. Unlucky. You got the goal. You've done well 10 minutes in. Well, with 10 minutes left. He looks disappointed to be coming off. You would expect such, but commitment performance today. Big up Gabriel Jesus, man. Like, this is sick. There's no margin for error. I cannot afford to spill this. Well, I'm finished. Trossard, not going to lie to you. This is your old team. I swear Zerbi rubbed you out. You weren't allowing you to train with the first team. You need to get onto him. It's almost touching your year anniversary at the club. Remember what he did? He rubbed you out. Eddie and Ketty, the fans have been onto you, you know. Make it count. Martinelli, I think it's a bit harsh for you to come off, but I'm here for this. Trossard, I need to see a reaction, man. Need to see a reaction. Come on, lad. Bit harsh to call it shocking game management. Bit harsh there. Bit harsh. This man makes the worst subs on planet Earth. Bit harsh. I don't quite understand Jesus coming off, but I get it. Oh, gosh. And Danny Welbeck's going forward. Declan Rice can't nick it. João Pedro. We've seen this script before, man. We've seen this script before, man. I know 1-0 to the Arsenal's a famous chant, but it's nerve-wracking stuff. João Pedro, be strong, Saka. Ooh, Saka, you slipped, so you made it look like you got ripped. Lewis Dunk. That's a ball. Ooh, Matoma at his peak. It should be up. Pascal Gross should have scored. It should be 1-1. Boys, switch on, please. Because that's the first sort of real moment I've seen from Brighton and thought, wow, like we're playing Brighton. But that's a reminder. Regardless of how the 82 minutes have gone, Brighton can ruin what we want in a second. Good play from Mitoma and Cole. Honestly, how Pascal Gross has not scored for them, I don't know. I don't care. And I'm very thankful he hasn't. But it should be 1-1. It should be. Woo! David Raya, whoa. Traditional keeper for just 5 minutes. Thank you. He's gone long. Is Trossard playing false nine or he just happened to be there? On that. Don't let them out. Come on, Trossard, you're fresh. Come on. Where's Odegaard gone? There he is. Don't let them out, boys. We're better than that. They're still in their half, but we're better than that. Eddie, I need you to effing run today. Boy, that was a reminder that this game ain't done. I mean, listen, you're playing Mitoma. You're going to get ripped. Ben White, you're going to get ripped. But just win the war. You're going to lose a battle. He's going to go past you. Does it for a living, you know. He's ripped Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who are you? Declan Rice, lovely. Captain, fantastic. Eddie, come on. Bust a gut. Declan Rice, come on. Let's find a man, please. Declan, don't be hero. Oh, do you know what? Unlucky Declan Rice, man. The keeper saved it. Never a foul, ref. Gross is looking for that. Come on, ref. Unlucky Declan. Surging run. And we have to apologise to West Ham fans. They were telling us Declan Rice is world class. Telling football fans he this, that, the other. We're saying they're chatting nonsense. We're sorry. We didn't take it in. But we're definitely taking it in now. What a player, man. Thank you for him. Ollie Watkins has turned the Brentford game around. He struck in the 85th minute. Right. Ollie Watkins, the movie continues. Surely goes to the Euros. Dunk. Igor. Boy, I want the 3 points, but great run. Man said, bro, Brighton goalie playing like Kim Keynes. You'll be a bit bad. Keep going, boys. Come on. I'm not happy. Saka, there's too many of our players there, and it's how they still got it. We're looking tired. Keep going, boys. Discipline now, man. Let's pick the pain of discipline over the pain of regret, because if we don't get 3 points, we're going to regret it. So I know you're tired, but just get back in position. João Pedro, good block by Saliba, really. Saka looks like he's on his last legs in the game, really. He's knackered. You can see it, but we have to keep going, boys. Provided it stays this way, I think Odegaard's played his way for man of the match. 1-2 with Brighton here. Oh, my. Good block by, I think, Saliba again. To be fair, it's taken 85 minutes for Brighton to start having those chances. But at the same time, boys, just keep going. Arteta, can we see some time wasting subs sooner rather than later? Go on, Zinny. Zinny's intercepted. He's got something on it. Zinny, you're in the trenches. I thought it'd come off Danny Welbeck. Zinchenko, switch on. You're in the trenches today. You're against Danny Welbeck. Physical beast. Just switch on. Because if I'm Brighton, they're telling him to make the run off you, especially if the ball's put into the box from the left-hand side. What a player Mohamed Kudus is. Let me see this finish. Good finish by him, really. Brighton deliver. Okay, the camera. It's gone wide. Brighton starting to bang on the door with 4 minutes of normal time left. Less of that, boys. Smith Rowe needs to come on. Getting tired of Trossard out wide. Why is Eddie lazy? We're leggy and have no depth. I mean, the club have to take responsibility for that, innit? Really, then. Because we've seen this before. We've heard this before. Probably our last 2 seasons. It's been deeper than that, but a lot of it has come down to, do we have enough depth? And at some point, we need to learn from our mistakes, do we not? Eddie Nketiah. All right, that was okay. Don't lose it, Trossard. Zinchenko. Zinny, what are you doing? You almost sold Declan Rice very short there, man. Come on, boys. We need a second. I thought Trossard might score because it's his old team. I thought Odegaard might score because it's his birthday. Now I'm just going to need Kai Havertz to do something. Eddie Nketiah, please pass it. Oh, my God. Eddie's passed it. Havertz, please. Composure. Hey, yes! Hey, it's different. Kai Havertz has arrived. Clinical Kai for a reason. We're here. Well in, Kai. Well in, Kai. Boy, we should have had about 200 goals today. But this is all that matters. Eddie Nketiah off the bench has assisted. Kai Havertz is bagged. Let's go, man. Let's go, boys. We can sleep easy today. We deserve this. We deserve this today. 100%. 1,000,000% we deserve this. We need this. And it's great from us. Odegaard, flowers. Eddie Nketiah, well done. Kai Havertz, it's a lovely run off the ball as well. Odegaard, man of the match today. You've been on something today. You've been on something. Havertz, lovely. Lovely. To be fair, of recent as well, Kai Havertz, that this has probably been your most quiet game, but no one cares about the price tag when you're making a difference. So that probably confirms we've got 3 points. Smash the like button, people. We can live easy. I mean, give Havertz a goal, man. He's a decent player, man. Shameless. No slander. I take back everything I said when you played for Chelsea. Now we can breathe, man. Woo! Now we can breathe. And they get on to Mikel Arteta about subs. Subs made the difference, in it. Well, his sub linked up for one of the goals. But we should have had about 200 goals today, man. We should have had about 200 goals today. Havertz. Hey, Smith Rowe's coming on. And Nelson. I mean, charity minutes, but we're here for this. We're here for this. Havertz, well in. Deserve that. We're going to need you for Liverpool. Well in. Well in. Havertz, you can either make Mikel Arteta look like a genius or an idiot. And if you keep playing like this, you make him look like a genius. There's more brownie points. Big up Havertz for bagging, man. Smith Rowe, I know you got something for me. I know you got something. Oh my, Saka's even coming off. Hey, Gaffer. Arteta's in the mood today, man. Arteta's in the mood, man. I mean, it's not really a rest. And I do think Nelson deserves a couple more minutes than this, but he deserves a little run out. What's wrong with this ref? Has he booked Pascal Gross? I think he has. I don't know why, but who cares? Did what we needed to do, man. Invested in the Smith Rowe stocks. Kai wasn't good today. I don't think he was terrible, but he kind of let the game pass you. But now you played the best in the world, man. It made a difference. Man of the match for me, Odegaard. I think Odegaard was on sign. I think Saka was inspired in the first half. I think my centre-backs, again, have gone about their business quite well. I think everyone's been all right. If Smith Rowe bags, I'm going to score. I mean, I'm going to cry. Smith Rowe ain't going to last, bro. I'm not ready to admit it, man, but we hope and pray, man. The writing does look like it's on the wall. A10 Malik, you're shameless, but 60 million down the drain, indeed. Can we get a clean sheet? We don't need a nervy end. Oh, wow. Well, okay. We'll deal with that. Nelson, okay, it's a corner. I don't mind that. Interception and that. Just like it's finishing the Champions League final. You saying Wembley 2024? Pardon me. Where's my apologies, people? I remember telling people at the first game of the season, get some stocks in Havertz. We keep it going, man. Jury's still out, but you're convincing-ish. 6 minutes of added on time today, folks. It's a corner to Brighton. I bet their Twitter admin won't be doing nonsense. In swinging corner. Don't make it a nervy finish. Raya, collect that. Thank you. Thank you, Raya. Lovely. It's been real, Ramsdale, man. It's been real. It's been real. One of the most important goals Kai Havertz has scored so far because it gives us a bit of breathing space. This is the problem with the modern game. Havertz had an absolute shocker, but he scores and all's forgotten, and now we start again next time. I hear that. I do think that is in football. I don't think Havertz has been terrible. I think Havertz 5 out of 10 throughout the game. Obviously, he bagged. He weren't terrible, but he ain't stand out much. As I said, I think it was one of your slower kind of games in an Arsenal shirt of recent. Ref, that's us. Nelson, why are you stopping? Matoma in possession. Big up number 29, man. Gabriel Jesus and Havertz with the goals today. Yeah, same thing. I like Havertz. I think he isn't as bad as people made out. Not saying I want him over Barella, but I like Kai. All I ask is, Kai, you might never convince, but keep doing this, innit? I still want another centre mid. I still think the jury's out, but you are putting a bit of consistency together within reason. So, yeah, man, long may it continue. Rice is just a quality footballer, man. Like, sometimes you get what you pay for, innit? Like, it's lit. Zinchenko wins the header. Trossard, Smith Rowe. Eddie and Nketiah, let's go. That's good play. Eddie, you've had some good touches off the bench. Come on, Trossard, forget everyone. That was dead, Trossard, man. That was dead. Declan Rice wins it back. What a play, ref. That can never be a foul. Play on, boys. Hey, go Smith Rowe. Yeah! Oh, the follow-up. Oh, I thought it was gone. Oh, I don't know if it would have been offside anyways. Oh, Smith Rowe. Oh, it would have been peak for Gooner Lee, man. Declan Rice, what a player. Nothing happened to you. Whoever that's on the floor, you just got punked. Declan Rice wanted it more than you. Trossard's headed it into the path of Smith Rowe. And it's straight at the keeper, man. Oh, man, unlucky Smithy, man. Zinchenko, well in. Hey, walk slower. Kirio, come on, lad. You got 3 minutes. Show me something. So what's that? Nelson, Trossard, and Nketiah. Nelson, Trossard, Smith Rowe, and Nketiah. Yeah, man. We want the 2021-22 Smith Rowe back. Amen. The Smith. Don't end the game till he scores. Don't worry, DG's bagging soon. I don't think he's bagging today, but I'm on it, man. I need it, man. Hopefully, listen, just stay fit. Come on, boys. Keep working. Danny Welbeck, Mitoma, Declan Rice doesn't quite nick it there. That's a good little turn from, I think, João Pedro. That was some Brazilian stuff. That was lit. I'm here for this, man. Brighton down this left-hand side. Feel sorry for Dunk, but I don't feel sorry for no one if it's not Arsenal, man. No one feels sorry for us with VAR, so forget everyone, but he's had a Spartan performance, man. He's put his balls on the line, his face on the line. He's been ripped a couple of times. Oh, Kiri almost got ripped. Nice to see he learned from the PSV game. Poor from Kirill, really. Doesn't get to Eddie and Nketiah, and he's kind of undone his good work because now Brighton can continue this. I think Dunk's had a very good game, man. Brighton lads gone for the shot. Arsenal fans in the stands probably been it. Bro, Arteta is crazy. People are saying that Kai could have been Arteta nail in the coffin now. Look, not gonna lie, Arteta deserves silverware just for that. DG does, but well, not for that really, but you got to keep going. And at the same time, shows why, we're allowed opinions, but ultimately, that's why, that's as long as Havertz performs, he shows Arteta why he was signed, and ultimately us fans were calm. I still think we could have done different things with the money, could have. It's not the same, but that could have been lit. But yeah, if Havertz does what he needs to do, just keep playing like this, innit? Or this little period in your Arsenal career. Trossard wins it back. Better cameo from Trossard than I've seen in recent weeks as well. Curse of the commentator is overplayed there. It's here with Kirill. This camera angle is horrible by the TV. Come on, what's this bird's eye view? Get back to the proper one. We're inside the last minute of the game, people. Honestly, DG, if our 11 stays fit for the season, we sign a solid defensive mid and striker next month, we're firmly in a title fight to the end. There's a lot of ifs, though. A lot of ifs. I didn't know Arsenal was in a title fight. I don't look at the media narratives. I don't know where we are in the table. Let's just keep working hard and seeing where it leaves us, man. 20 seconds left on my watch. You know, we get revenge on Brighton from obviously us dropping points last year. If we get a clean sheet, that's lit. The only criticism is we could have had 7 today, but other than that, it's calm. Danny Welbeck up against Kyrgios. And it'll be nice, really, man, because West Ham are battering Wolves 3-0 at this moment. We're playing them on Thursday. It's a big test on the squad because things aren't going to get any easier. You got Liverpool. And with that being said, people, we have 3 points. It's done. Done and dusted. Arsenal 2, Brighton 0. We had 26 shots, 9 on target, 49% of the ball to their 51. To be fair with you, fair enough. 516 passes to their 530. If we had 10 corners, they had 1. But we've got the 3 points. Nice to get revenge. Nice to get 3 points. Nice to get the goals in the second half. If I had to criticize, I think in front of goal, we need to be a lot better. And obviously, we should have put the game to bed in the first half. I wouldn't say there was ever periods of us living dangerously or anything like that. But the only thing they really did, if I'm completely honest with you, is that half chance that Pascal Gross probably should have done better. I think we defended well. It is what it is, really. Obviously, when you see what happened with Manchester City, it's nice to take 3 points. You're hoping Man United could do some of a favour against Liverpool. It is what it is. For me, without a doubt, I'll give Odegaard the man of the match. I think he done very well. I think Saka was great in the first half. I think Martinelli came to the fore in the second. But I think Odegaard was a man inspired today, if I'm completely honest with you lot, people. Yeah, man, we took our chances in the end. 3 points were collected and so on and so forth. Like, we can't really have any complaints, man. DG, only a matter of time before we put 4 or 5 past someone in the league. Graham, I hope it happens sooner rather than later, man. If Liverpool lose, my Sunday is made. It is a good win for the team. And I think we're all thankful for that. Arsenal comfortably clear of relegation at this point, DG. That's all we've got to focus on. You know, you start the season hoping for 40 points, man. I don't look at the league table. DG will find out if Arsenal in the title race in game week 38. Yeah, man, maybe in April I'll start to look at where we are in the table. Let's just get through this busy calendar list, man, or month, better yet. 7 out of 10 match for the side. Got the job done, kept a clean sheet at home. There you have it. Come on, Gunners. Why couldn't we just beat Villa and get the extra 3 points? That's football, man, essentially. But Jesus and Havertz made the difference. We got 3 points. We kept a clean sheet. We got revenge on them. Obviously, you know, we got back to winning ways after dropping points against Villa. Eventually, pardon me, while we could have and should have scored in the first half and scored a lot more, ultimately, we didn't do that against Aston Villa, so we've improved in that. Now we just, we haven't lost this week. We've had 2 big games. Now we just have to focus from Monday on a difficult test when we play West Ham, and then it doesn't get any easier than that because I believe on Saturday we've got Liverpool. But one game at a time. We can therefore watch Match of the Day. We can therefore watch Liverpool versus Man United, and the bants have got to fly. But yeah, on that note, though, just because I'm aware of the time, people, and we're going live to watch that together shortly after this, I'm going to love and leave you lot. But as usual, whether you're on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, it's always appreciated that you watch the game with me and things like that. If you haven't subscribed, smash the like button, all that good stuff. Then what are you doing? If you have, then one love. But yeah, man, I'll catch some of you lot in a second. Yeah, man. Come on, you Gunners, innit? We've done what we needed to do. Peace.
You always use that active when defending. I think it's like